What's up? Coming to you live from the Riot Room.
Riot Room.
Hello.
What's up?
Hanging out with the Marlows.
And Bill.
And Bill.
And Bill.
Bill's here, but not here.
Bill matters.
Bill does matter.
Hell yeah, thanks for having us here, guys.
Yeah, of
You're welcome.
course.
So let's start off with telling us about the Riot Room. How'd you guys get started? What's the backstory on all that?
So, he used to have band practice in our basement all the time in his old band Riot Division. We didn't have a stage or PA or any of that stuff. And it never dawned on us to have shows here. But Buffy came to us one day. They had a venue cancel. And she was like, hey, we need somewhere to play. Can we play in your basement? We're like, sure, but you have to bring a PA. You have to bring mics. Like, we don't have anything down there. So she came and did the show, and it was fucking awesome. And a whole bunch of people came, and we were like, fuck, what if we just like bought a PA and did this?
Oh yeah.
That's kind of how it. So shout out to Buffy.
It's got Buffy origins.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
We
If
love
it weren't
Buffy.
for Buffy, we wouldn't have a Riot Room.
Yeah, it kind of took off from there. After that, I think we had some bands come down from Chicago like that following weekend, or
Mhm.
the weekend after that.
Then we built a little drum stage and bought some shitty rope lights, and now we do the thing.
Now you do it.
Yeah.
And just recently done it with Cancer Slug down here.
Yeah, dude, it was so fucking good.
Super excited about that. We've been listening to Cancer Slug for a long time.
Yeah.
Did not think they would say yes. Bill, actually, secret Bill over there. I was kind of drunk at karaoke, and I'd been telling him that I wanted to email them to see if they wanted to play here. And he was like, babe, it's our fucking basement. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. So I went to karaoke with Bill, and I got pretty drunk. And I was like, you know what, Bill? I'm just going to fucking do it. So I type out this email, and then Bill fixed like all my drunk mistakes. And then we sent it. And then they messaged back like a day later, and he was like, fuck yeah, we'll do it.
Hell yeah.
Super exciting.
Yeah, it was definitely something else. It was a really, really good turnout. Crazy show. You guys were here. I mean,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think probably the coolest thing that I've.
Is your house haunted?
I think so, actually. I'm pretty sure.
cat.
It's probably the cat.
Sounded like it came from the bathroom.
It's probably Grim, our kitty.
Grim,
Grimoire.
like the Grim Reaper, or Gremlin?
Grimoire.
Grimoire.
Yeah. She's a magical beast.
Nice.
How long ago was that show that Buffy set up? And
3 years?
Roughly 3 years
About
ago.
3 years.
so like 2021.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was
Yeah, because
around your
Phoenix
birthday.
was still
It
little.
was-
Yeah.
yeah, it was early February 2021.
So, yeah, this is our 3rd year.
Because the flyer I made up was like it had Cupid on it.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause it
Your
was-
flyers are bomb, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You guys do. A
Why am
good
I
job
saying
with
thank you?
this.
I don't fucking make them. He makes them.
Yeah. No.
I just get more bored and steal people's art and make a thing.
Still, they look great.
Thank you.
Creative.
Man, think about it. Like, how many times have we tried to do this?
Oh, so many.
So many.
So many times.
I mean,
Oh, there. Wait, is it that?
We don't have
We fucking did it.
yeah.
We fucking did it. Fuck yeah, cheers.
Hi, Buffy.
Fuck
Is
yeah.
Buffy on? Love
Yeah,
you,
there she
Buffy.
is. Hi, love you, Buff.
Kelly's on, Michaela's on.
Very nice.
Yeah, we had Party Crashers once, but that was a not so good day, so we didn't get to do it.
Oh,
You still live streamed, but we didn't get to actually talk.
Yeah, we had a rough year last year.
Yeah. So we had Party Crashers once. There was a very unfortunate event that took place that day, so we didn't get to actually talk. But he still live streamed the show, which was really cool.
Yeah. You guys have good shows out here.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, we've had some fucking dope lineups, man.
Yeah.
Everybody that's come through has been fantastic.
People reaching out to you, or you reaching
Oh,
out to
yeah.
them, or is it a mix of
Both.
both? Yeah.
A little bit of both. I'd say more often than not, we get kind of flooded with messages, and a lot of times, with our schedule, like we'll get requests for days we usually can't do, but we always try to bring them back on a day we can have a show or whatever
Oh,
out
yeah.
here.
Well, and it's always cool too, because almost every person that messages us, the message will open with, "Hey, we heard from so and so about the Riot Room and it sounds super fucking cool." And just knowing that like the word of mouth is so strong, because most of the bands that we get are all word of mouth. And that's super cool to know that people are talking about us and in a good way.
Oh yeah, we've always had a really positive response. All the bands that play here, all the people that come here, everyone's just been really great to us, and we try to be accommodating as well, and by providing beer and stuff like that.
And on
just,
Halloween, I
fun
feed
place to play.
everyone. We do like a big Halloween show every year, and I make a bunch of food and feed everybody. And we have free beer and costume contests. And Halloween's my Christmas, so that's always a really big show.
So this is a lot of this is because it's what you guys enjoy. It's what
Oh,
you
yeah.
love.
Oh yeah,
I
Yeah.
mean, you put on a Cancer Slug show for free. You went through
Yeah.
how many cases of beer?
6
So
or
like
7,
260 beers, or like 260
That was
beers.
a lot of beer.
Yeah. And I think that's the biggest thing with the Riot Room is that we don't ever charge a cover, because we don't give a shit about making money. I remember being young, or even fucking my 20s and 30s, like wanting to go and see a show and not having 10 extra bucks to go see that show that I really wanted to go to. So I'm like, what if we just do it and it's free? And then those people that like, oh fuck, man, I just had to pay the mortgage and the water and I really want to see this show, but I can't. I'll just come to our house and it's free. So we're transparent about that with every band that messages or people that we reach out to, because I don't want anybody to show up and be surprised at the end if they don't get paid. So the first thing that I always tell anybody is, hey, this is just something that we do because we love music. We love to support local. We don't pay anyone because we don't charge a cover. If that works for you guys and you're willing to do it, that's great. If not, if you need to make money, this probably isn't the venue for you, but like best of luck on whatever you do next. And I think we've only had 1 or 2 bands turn that down, and like everybody's been super receptive to it.
Oh yeah, and we always put like a donation bucket out and encourage merch sales. I mean, we have people like Kelly and Mike Reeves. They buy merch from every single band.
Yeah, hi
Like,
Kelly.
They
fucking
come to the
awesome.
shows, and like it's probably nothing. They probably drop at least $100.
Oh, every time. And
And-
they'll buy something from every band, whether it's a t-shirt or a big stack of stickers or a beer koozie. Like they are super.
and
probably
they're
some of the
always
most
out.
supportive.
Like when every band's playing, they're always downstairs, and they're all about it.
Oh yeah, they don't miss a beat.
They're up there. And we got people like Bill. Bill bought the church pew down there. Bill, he buys beer all the time.
Bill here.
Yeah.
There's Bill. Hi,
Bill.
Bill.
Oh yeah.
Bill.
Come over here, Bill. Say hi. Say hi to
Oh,
everyone.
here we
Get in
go.
here,
Say
Bill.
hello to
Sit
your
on my lap.
adoring fans.
But
That's Bill. Hi, Bill.
He's also like Riot Room mechanic, Riot Room janitor,
he's our maintenance guy and everything.
Riot Room security. If an ass needs kicked, Bill's on the
He's
job.
the asset.
That
Yep.
pew is fucking dope.
Dude, the way that we got that home.
It's fucking dope.
Yeah.
That stage
Drum
also,
riser.
drum rise or whatever.
It
That
just
was all
like,
donated by Dustin
creates a lot
Bailey.
of seating, you know.
from Upstanding Gents.
Yeah, Dustin Bailey just got a hold of us one day. He's like, "Hey, you have any use for these
Pallets.
pallets?"
Jacks.
Yeah.
Or
I was
pallets,
like, I mean, we could try to do something, and we all mapped. We spent like a few hours down there mapping it out, and just
Yeah.
Put it
Here,
up.
here in a minute, we'll grab a camera
Oh,
and
yeah.
go.
So the way we got that
Show
church
to
pew home,
everybody.
it was fucking Clark Griswold as fuck. Like, so that church pew is 14 feet long. And so when I messaged the lady about it on Marketplace, I underestimated what 14 feet is. So we get there in his truck, which is a short bed truck. And we get there and they're pulling it out of the garage and it just keeps coming and coming and coming. It was like the fucking handkerchiefs out of a clown's pocket. I'm like, how the fuck big is this thing? So we're like, well, fuck, we're here. We have to take it home. So we put what would fit in the bed, and then the rest was just like up in the sky on the top of the truck. And it probably stuck out what?
7
7
feet
feet.
at least.
So we just like toe strapped the fuck out of it, and then I had to drive home like no more than 10 miles an hour from Knightstown, and which is normally what, like a 20-minute drive, and it took
Yeah.
us like almost an hour. It looked so fucking stupid. I think I have a
But
picture.
it's
of
awesome down there.
but it's
I mean,
very
Yeah,
cool.
it's perfect down there for sure.
yeah,
It's
it doesn't
close.
take up much room and like, provides seating. I mean,
But honestly, we didn't really get a lot of side eyes on the way home though, because it was very Newcastle. Like it was a very no one batted an eyelash, because that's just like a typical thing around here to see something crazy like that.
I'll tell you, I have played the Riot Room, I think
Yes, a few times,
at
yeah,
least 3 times.
and it's been fantastic every time.
Tight like a tiger. Yeah.
yep.
Okay, there it is. Let's
We
see
played
if I
the
can get it on
played a
camera.
Halloween here.
Yep.
All right, let's see if we can get this picture
Recently.
of this fucking church pew. That's what that looked like
Oh, shit.
driving that shit home.
Let me go full screen on that. Hold on.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
so fucking
Oh.
stupid.
Bring it back up.
Let's see. Oh, how do I? That's what that looked like getting that thing home.
We did it.
Damn.
We got her done.
But we got it done.
That's a-
It was the scariest,
That's
most
what's
anxious
up.
drive of my life, but we did it.
How many miles? Holy shit.
How far is
That's not that
Knightstown?
far. I mean,
Yeah, 13 miles maybe. But it took me like an hour to drive 13 miles.
It
it
could
was awesome though.
But it was
It
cool.
was
though.
worth it.
And that was compliments of Bill. That was a Bill contribution to the Riot Room.
Yeah, the other seating down there, Henry from Dead End on Sarah picked that up for us.
hold on. Pull that back up.
Do it. Okay.
Pull that back up. I want to see that picture one more time. Hold on. Full screen.
Okay. Where do?
Okay. Roll with me, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Imagine that you create a long enough cover for that, okay, to throw over it and make it look like a giraffe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just
And just
hauling
leave
ass
it
down
You
there.
know
the
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Just drive that around.
driving 13 miles
Yeah.
with what appears to be like a giraffe neck.
Now the Riot
you
Room
know,
with
if you're
the
traveling at
mascot has to
55
be a
miles per
fucking
hour,
giraffe with like a mohawk.
You know?
Yeah, the official
just saying.
logo of the Riot
Just
Room, a
saying.
fucking giraffe. That's so fucking
Everyone
funny.
needs a mascot.
Yes. But yeah, that was a fun adventure.
So, favorite Riot Room moments since 2021? Have you got some that stick out in your head that you always talk about whenever it happens?
Mm-hmm.
I
I know the one Bill always talks about.
what?
You know,
What
I have
Bill
to
always
say,
talks about.
this last one, this Monday,
Mm-hmm. It was so good.
Yeah, that one's up there
It
for
was
me.
so
I've
fucking
been
good.
listening to Cancer Slug for so long, so I was just beyond excited for that. But I mean, we've had so many good bands out here. I mean,
It's
the-
hard to pick
the-
like a favorite show because every show is so fucking good, and like the energy is always so good from the bands and the people
Fuck
that come to
yeah.
shows.
and
Like
all the bands are so different. Like we never have like a situation where like every band sounds the same.
No.
Like
and it's not a clicky place. Like and I know a lot of places, there's like an inner circle or like a core group of people. And if you're not in that circle, then it's not like a clicky place. We try to cater to everybody. It's not strictly a punk venue or like strictly a metal venue, or we've had like bluegrass punk.
Mhm.
We've had we had one band that Medicinal Moonshine refers to themselves as like Primus core punk.
yeah.
We've had metal shows, we've had punk shows, we've had acoustic shows. Like it's kind of a good mix of everything.
Oh yeah. And we always get like real like just bands that play here, like a lot of crazy support. Like
Mhm.
the guys in Cocaine Culture just messaged me today, and they're coming out in May, and they was like, hey, we just want to let you know that we're gonna drop off a bunch of mic stands and mics and some other stuff that we thought you guys could use.
Like fuck yeah,
was like,
that's fucking cool as shit.
Awesome.
That's
Like,
awesome. Yeah.
like they're the nicest dudes, and they're just gonna give us stuff to keep doing it. So
I think the Riot Room moment that comes up the most, like when Bill and I have conversations, is we had a show one night where Buffy was here, and I'm super protective of Buffy. Like that's my sister. I fucking love her. Like I will fucking cut somebody's throat open for that bitch. But
Same.
she was feeling like a little uncomfortable that night, and it pissed me off. So I was like,
I know what
shit
night you're
hammered.
talking about.
And I go up to the stage, and I can't remember if it was like after someone's set or if it was like in between songs. But I get up on the mic and I'm like shit hammered, and I just like scream into the mic. I'm like, "Hey, if you're a fucking piece of shit and you're a fucking bigot, get the fuck out of my
I was
house."
here for that night.
Yeah. But apparently I did it like 5 more times. Like after every fucking song, I
was
just like, hey, just
hilarious.
a reminder, everybody, get the fuck out.
Hey, we got the
Yeah, that
Steves in the
moonshine
chat.
night. Bill brought everybody fucking butterscotch moonshine. It was Bill's fault.
We got the Steves in the chat. We
Mhm.
got Marlena in there.
Hello, the Steves.
Well,
Look,
it's
look
good
what
for
I have
people to
on.
know.
I have on my Steve shirt.
I love the Steve.
But,
Me too. Love those guys.
Bands like the Steves are awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When they were the Astrophobes, they were awesome.
Yeah.
Like they just write really, really, really good punk rock. Couple bands that really stuck out for me. I feel like I talk about a lot as we've only ever had them both once. Pat and the Pissers.
Oh yeah, I love
They,
Pat and Pistons.
they were so good.
I was here for that show. That was
like
great.
they were so good. And then the Receipts, they were on the same bill, I believe.
Yeah.
And they were just so different. Like it's not even something I know.
I don't even know how to describe it,
be
but it was
into. Like
amazing.
They were just weird and awesome, and I couldn't take my eyes off of them.
And if
Yeah.
you've ever been to the Riot Room, you know that we have that like cutout window in the garage that looks over the basement. And the singer for the Receipts, that's how he started the set. He like rolled out of that
And
window like
that's a
onto
far
the floor. It's a
drop.
fucking far
Like he
drop.
rolled it and just got popped right up from the landing.
But dude, they were so good. I don't even know like how to categorize that, but they were so fucking good.
Mhm.
Also, Michaela, our daughter, is in the chat, and she said I wanted to point out that I help with the flyers. You got to
yeah.
give her credit.
My daughter has helped with a couple flyers. I'll be sitting around, and I'm sure you guys know with art, like you just your brain's blocked. You can't think of anything. And she's came up with a couple of them for me.
Let's see who else. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Sid. Hi, Blaine. Hi, Marlena. Hi, Riot Division, whichever one of you it is. Maybe Ryan, probably. Hi, Ryan. But so Fred used to be in a band with Tony. Well, Larry. Some people know him as Larry. We know him as Tony. From the Steves, the drummer for the Steves. They were in a band
he was
together
the guitar.
for a long time.
He was a guitar player for Riot Division.
Okay.
So we've known those guys for a long time, and his wife Marlena is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
We love her.
And Luke was guitarist before, which is in Riot Division still going. But at one point, before it was even Riot Division, we were all a band, and it was before. Yeah, we were the Lunkheads before any of it. We were. I didn't even have a space to play. We weren't living here, and we were playing in my friend's garage, and it was
Is it
like,
Helene's garage?
Yeah, it was Helene's garage. It was like possibly wintertime or something. I don't know. It sucked, but
we've known those.
We thought
guys
we
for
were
a long
awesome.
time. Riot
Have
Division's
fun with
playing
it.
here soon too. When is the Riot Division's
23rd.
March 23rd?
They're with Dovan's Gate, Medicinal Moonshine,
Got Dead Bones.
and Dead Bones and the Strangers.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
gonna be a
And
dope show.
you're starting to pick up something musically, right?
Oh yeah. Me and Secret Bill over here are starting up a band.
Secret Bill.
We're gonna start a band up and shake some things up. Just punk rock stuff.
Yeah. Got a couple tracks with some hidden messages to the haters. Yeah, they're not hidden. Stuff we won't talk about on here, but we got a few for the most part where everyone's very receptive, but we got a few haters, and they got a couple songs in the works for those guys.
Figure we'd give them something to talk about.
Yeah, if you're gonna talk about it, we might as well make it worth the time.
Sure. It's a good way to let go of things too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Very
get rid of-
cathartic.
Yeah.
You want to point out that all the windows have been covered
Yes.
in the Riot Room.
Well, it's because we saw scummy fucking window peeping earlier. We were like,
Well,
cover this shit
all the
up.
windows are covered except for the bedroom one because I knew Scummy was looking.
Yeah, I was like, nope, leave that one open.
He was shaken,
Yeah.
excited.
When
Okay.
I seen that, I was cracking up. You guys always
that
do
was
the
so
best,
funny.
like
Best
little
promos.
promo things, man.
That was good.
Oh, we got Jesse Drummond on there.
Hi, Jesse.
Jesse,
What's up, Jesse?
Jesse Drummond actually donated the PA,
the PA. Yeah.
and he all the tiles, the acoustic tiles.
Well, and that PA kind of like circled, but it was like the circle of life with that thing because it was originally ours. And then when he left Riot Division, he didn't need it anymore. Because we had a baby. So he left the band. And then he sold it to Jesse. And then when we started this, Jesse brought it back and we were like, dude, we'll buy it back from you. Like, you bought it from us, we'll buy it back from you. And he was like, no, here, it's my gift to the Riot Room. And he's also brought like cases of beer and microphones and cords
Microphones,
and
cables.
so he's another Riot Room contributor. I want to make little plaques to hang on the wall for like all
There
of
you
our
go.
peeps that have like contributed.
Yeah, we
greatly to the
try
Riot
to
Room.
take care of the people that take care of us. Like
Yeah.
we just do it like as a means for like hopefully people around here get to discover new music.
Oh yeah.
The music scene here sucks. It's just like crappy cover bands.
Well, and I think when we talked about,
That's crazy.
oh yeah,
You know why? It doesn't make any sense.
no, it doesn't.
What you just said does not make any sense because think about all the bands that we've just talked about
Oh yeah.
that have played here. It seems like there is a pretty good music scene
Michaela saw the cat blanket.
in Newcastle, Indiana.
Yeah.
And there, but
Hey,
there's
right here,
not
because of
well,
you.
and
There
I-
is here.
You know, not to
Just
like
not outside of this area.
pat us
At
on
some
the backs,
point,
but
we're
it's-
gonna
there-
take the camera.
There wasn't.
We're gonna take you through and show you the
Oh, yeah.
whole.
Well, and I think
The
when we
whole
first
deal.
started talking about making it a thing, that was kind of our biggest thing that we wanted to do was there is not a music scene here. And any like the stuff that we're into, we would have to drive to Fort Wayne or to Indy. But there are a lot of people here that are also into what we're into, but your options in town, and no shade, because like I'll go fuck up some karaoke at a local towny bar, but your options are like X103 cover bands or like dad rock, like Chevelle covers and Creed covers. And like, we were like, man, we don't have like a local music scene here. What if we just try to build one? And so that's kind of so little by little, brick by brick, like we're trying to build that. And I think that so far, I think we've done a pretty good job.
Well, and like like Rich when he owned the when the Roadhouse was there, he'd let us host shows there like once or twice a month. And
Yeah.
we was like, well, let's try to bring something in. We'd get a little bit of a crowd and stuff, but it seems just doing it here has just been so much better. I think I don't know, it's access for everyone.
Oh yeah.
Like we have like some underage kids that don't get to
They
see
can't
some of the
go
stuff.
to the
and-
bars or to the 21 plus venues, but they can come here. And I don't know, it's been a pretty wild ride, and it keeps us very busy on the weekends. But I wouldn't want to do it any differently. Like we have little kids, so we only do every other Saturday. Because on those weekends, my mom lives in Anderson, so she doesn't get to see the kids every day. So every other Saturday they have sleepover at Mamu's house, and then we do the punk rock thing in the basement. And it's very nostalgic for us too, because I remember, being 16 and being in somebody's shitty basement that I had no business being in, and like discovering new music and being able to like find these bands that I wouldn't have had access to otherwise. And that's kind of what we're trying to do. But I want to use our platform this year I wanted to do it last year. But unfortunately my brother passed away. And so we took a pretty long hiatus. But I want to use our platform this year to do like some outreach stuff. I want to do in the fall, I want to do like a Thanksgiving drive where, of course, we don't charge cover, but like bring a box of stuffing, bring some cranberry sauce, bring a fucking turkey if you want. And then whatever we get from that, we'll donate to, whatever shelter. I want to do for Pride Month. I want to do a benefit show, and I want to donate all of that money to, I'll probably have Buffy help me with that and donate that to like a trans youth organization, whatever we pull together for that show. In the summertime, Fred and I like to put together backpacks for like houseless people. So I want to do a drive for that too, like bring some chapstick or some socks or some sunblocks so we can use all of that stuff. But I feel like, we have a little bit of a platform now, and I want to use that platform for good things.
Well, we got Mike Finney on here.
Hey, Mike Finney.
We love Mike
Hi,
Finney.
we do love
Hey,
him.
we love you too, Jesse. We got
Hi,
Tony in
Mikey.
the house, or Larry, LT, whatever they're
We had
calling you
brunch
these
with
days.
Mikey today too. But yeah, I just want to use our platform for good things also. And I talked about that last year and I really wanted to do it, but we didn't do anything for what, like 5 months, I
We took a
think.
big break last year. We really didn't do near as many shows as we
Mm-mm.
normally try to do. We had to turn down a lot of people.
Yeah. And that was like a pretty tough time for me. My brother used to come to our shows and I just needed my time to go through my grief and to do what I needed to do. But then when I kind of came out of the other end of it, something that stuck out to me is that the way that my brother was, he would have been like, please don't stop doing this on my accord. Like he would have absolutely wanted me to continue to do it. So I was like, okay, it's time to get back into the swing of things.
Also, I thought it was a given, but I do love my daughter who's telling me to tell her on there.
Tell
Dad,
him you love me, Dad.
Dad, fucking.
I mean, I would have mentioned her earlier if you
on
like
my
better
text,
music,
Dad.
probably, but
She's gonna rip you for that one.
What
Hello,
kind of music
our
does she listen to? Is it pop
like
music?
mumble
Mumble
rap.
rap?
Yeah, I don't understand any of it. And it's like all the lingo that I don't get. Like we'll have a conversation because she'll be 21 in November, and we'll have a conversation, and she'll use these words, and I'm like, I don't.
she
I'm
comments
like
on
Urban
it. Now everyone tell
Dictionary
me.
and shit. Yeah, or I'll text my friends with kids, and I'm like, hey, do they say this? What does this mean? I don't know what this means.
What's a rod wave? I don't know.
We don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Riz? What is that? We don't know what any of that
No, we
means.
love her. She's a good kid. She works all the time, and she has a daughter, so she
Yeah,
gets
we
to bring the
know,
granddaughter
grandbaby.
over. We're old.
Yeah, we are. We have a 16-year-old son who also knows all of that stuff. So when they have conversations with each other, it's like listening to like
Bruh.
a subtitled movie. Like I don't know what they're talking about. So they could be talking about the worst shit in front of us and we wouldn't even know because we don't know what any of that shit means.
Yeah.
Hi, Lacey. Hello. My cousin Lacey's in the chat. Hello. Oh, she flipped me off. Oh, Michaela said, now everyone tell me. So on the count of 3, we love you, Michaela. 1, 2, 3. We love you, Michaela. Oh, Secret Bill said, fuck you, Michaela.
Same thing.
They have a competition where, like, when they're at the house at the same time, they try to beat each other to see who can say fuck you first.
Bill's got a quick draw.
I think Bill's in the lead.
How often do you say you book shows? I know you've got one coming up, right? On
Yeah.
the 10th,
It just
9th.
honestly, it just varies. Like like I said, lately I haven't really reached out to anyone. We've been getting hit up a lot, but usually about every other week.
Mhm.
So like 2 shows a month, maybe, unless like there's a special occasion, like like the cancer slug thing. Like
Yeah.
we kind of just did that as like a thank you to everyone and like a kind of a birthday gift to my wife.
Mhm.
And but since all of our shows are free, it's hit and miss, but we don't have anything in April. We have 2 shows March, probably have 2 shows in May, and
Well,
probably
and
just keep it at 2
honestly-
shows unless like it's something really, something comes up or we just have the extra time, we'll try to get another one in.
Like Cancer Slug was on a Monday, and we don't typically ever do weekday shows, but like if Cancer Slug says Monday, then we have a show on Monday. We couldn't pass it up. But like speaking of that, shout out to my mom who's probably not online. But she's like the real Riot Room MVP because without her we couldn't do any of the shows because we have the littles and mom is really good about like if we do have a show on an off weekend or like a random day, I can call my mom at like
Thank
the
you,
drop of a
Jesse.
hat and be like, hey mom, this band wants to play on Monday and we don't normally do Mondays and I know you have to work and you have to get up early, but do you want to keep the boys? And she's like, absolutely, bring them over. So shout out to Sheena Stone, real
Yeah.
MVP of the Riot Room.
And
Gotta have that
she's
support.
Yeah,
the best.
my mom's a
Yeah.
fucking
Support.
angel, man. She is like the best. She's also like a big stoner too. So like every time we go over, she's just like cracking up.
She's the best.
She's the best.
She's
She
in a
is
good mood.
an angel on this earth.
I love you too, Jesse.
So this the next show you have coming up, it's
Oh, well,
got
fuck me then, I guess, Jesse.
the run up and come alongs.
Remote controls.
Remote controls.
Fentanyls.
The fentanyls, yeah.
And you said the fentanyls are new, right?
Yeah.
They're,
Yeah.
they're
Yep.
breaking.
They're
breaking
fairly
the
new.
scene.
I think they have like at least one show under their belt because they just played a show
Yeah,
in
they
Ohio.
just
I think.
I think this one will be their second
Yeah.
show.
Second
And
or
we're
third
really
show.
excited about
But,
that. And John is the owner of Black Dog Printing in Richmond.
yeah, and he seems super cool. We've never hung out with him in person.
No, we're
but-
internet friends. We've never actually met, so this will be the first time. We've been friends online for a couple of years, but this will be like the first time we.
This is the first time I've ever met Craig.
Oh yeah, same. I don't know.
I just appear.
Yeah.
I've been
The
friends with
first
him
time we met
online
was when I
forever.
caught him keeping
This is the first time I've ever actually.
He just
hung out
crashes
with him
parties. That's how he got the
Yeah.
gig.
in person.
Oh, hi Ashlyn, I love you too, and your new haircut is so cute.
You know, I just want to say that sorry, Bill. Sorry, man. The poor guy doesn't have a camera.
His pretty face just stuck over there and nowhere.
I mean,
I thought you guys were holding hands. I looked over and I
have
thought
another camera.
Bill and Fred are holding hands.
My phone has been dead for a hot minute. So apologies to anybody that's been trying to get a hold of me. It's been a day.
How did we meet Bill? Like we've been friends for so long at this point
Can-
that I don't even.
can
Was
we
it
D&D?
D&D?
Something with maybe like change the camera angle to get
Who?
Run in there,
Bill
Bill.
in there
He's
too.
on my lap.
Like how did
Oh
we
shit!
commandeer Bill?
Bill's
into our-
refusing.
Like how did that happen? I don't remember.
I think we were just
Who-
playing D&D, and I was like, "Hey, Bill, we have a show this weekend." And he
No, I
was
mean, but
playing.
how did like Bill come into the fold? Like, did you like? I know it was through D&D, but did he just like see a post or like how
Trent?
was it Trent?
Yeah, I messaged Trent because I literally just got moved into my house after COVID.
Yeah,
And then once we started hanging out and everything, it just kind of
like we've been friends for so long at this point. Like I don't even remember how he's just always kind of been there. Like
I showed up and got hamburgers.
Yeah. and then we were like, hey, let's
There's
do
no
this.
leaving.
You can't ever leave.
Also, we're trying to get sponsored by Hams. Not really. I just say that.
I'm not
Hey,
a
why
hams
not,
guy.
man?
He's a hams guy.
It's sponsored by Hams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tag him all the time on Instagram. If only they knew how much we bought.
I'm like trying so hard to sit still. Sorry, everyone.
No, you're fine.
My my little nervous tick as I rock back and forth. So I'm like trying to hang on to the arms of the oh, did you drink your toolbox beer?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna need more.
More. Look at that guy.
I'm all wrong. It's all wrong.
Move all your beers, Steph.
Jeez.
Halloweener.
So once we get situated, I want to hear about how you guys met.
Yeah, that's fun.
Good?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Plug your ears, Michaela.
So,
I love you too, Buffy. Michaela knows your
I know.
debauchery at this point.
Hey, Bill, will you get me 2 beers?
I already had 2 beers.
Bill, will you get me one beer?
He knows me so well.
Thank you. Oh yeah, and we have these cool Riot Room koozies. We're gonna order some more, but we were just like giving these away at shows. We
Yeah,
don't.
those are cool.
Somebody was like, "Man, you should charge for them," but we just like, I don't know. I don't care about money, so I'm just
Tell
like,
them
here,
who made
just take them. Yes, and Matt from the Steves made these. They actually showed up one night to the Riot Room. I should have worn my Riot Room shirt, but they had a show here. Matt has a printing company as well.
Called
And,
Kids with Scissors.
Kids with Scissors. Check them out because they're amazing. But they showed up at a show and they had this big box and they were like, hey, we have a surprise for you guys. And we opened it and it was like a fuck ton of Riot Room koozies and a fuck ton of Riot Room t-shirts. And we were like, hey, what do we owe you guys? And he was like, oh, nothing. This is like our gift to you. And we were like, you're already playing
And-
here for free. Like that's your gift to us. But it was fucking super
There's
cool.
like,
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's like sell them and make money. And I was like, I'd rather just give them away and everyone can wear them around, and then maybe we can get some more people in
Yeah.
here.
And we
You
ended
know,
up
that
I
way
think-
when like bands like you guys come to town, like more people can watch, more people can be exposed to you. And like to me, like, even if we're gonna order more shirts and probably more koozies, I just want to give them out. Like the more people that know about this, I feel like the better.
Michaela, you can't
It's
have a
pretty
beer until
positive thing.
November.
Like everyone's having a good time, and we've never had any issues, and
Mhm.
it's just all about live local music and just
I think
rock
we
and
ended
metal
that
and
night with
stuff.
like what 2 t-shirts left because we just
Yeah.
gave those all away too.
I-
Michaela said, Bill, get me a beer. Michaela, you can't have a beer until November.
I have had some of my experiences playing here are lore to me,
That makes me so happy.
and enough for me to come here for a free
Yeah. Which thank you, by the way. That's a big deal.
a
to
free
us.
cancer a free cancer slug show
Yeah.
on a Monday, house show. I wanted to experience the show and not be running around with cameras and having a live stream.
Oh yeah. Just getting to experience the show.
Exactly.
hmm
And
It was
that's
an amazing
that's our
night.
problem. A lot of times, like I'll get questions like, "You didn't take any pictures," and like you know, maybe like with us running it, I probably should take more than I do. But I just like
There's
watching bands.
somebody here took pictures all
Yeah,
night.
Nick
our
Marshall.
buddy Nick Marshall.
That's right.
He
Nick
was like,
Marshall.
"Hey, if you want to come take pictures and videos, for free," and I was like, "Dude, that's awesome."
Yeah.
I've-
That is cool.
you know,
That's funny,
I thought
Wade.
about like writing up something about it and then using his photos to fucking,
Yeah,
you know,
I told him I was like, "Man, that's really cool that you did that," and you know, all the bands appreciate it because there's not always like you know that level of pictures being taken. I'm sure you know like cell phone pictures like in a crowded room, they're
Right.
not going to be near as good as someone actually running around that knows what they're doing. And he nailed some of those pictures. Out
Oh,
the
yeah,
park.
they
Like,
were
They
amazing.
looked really good.
I'm really bad about taking pictures of anything because I get so like wrapped up in being
When you're in the
present.
moment,
Yeah.
it's the last thing from your mind.
So like I'm sure when my kids are older, I will wish that I had more Christmas pictures or Easter pictures or whatever, but I just don't think about it because I'm trying to be in the moment. And it's the same thing here. Like I'll snap a few pictures, but usually I'm too excited about whoever's playing.
A lot of
Right.
times I just throw my phone in the toolbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm here to hang out with my friends, drink some beer and listen to music. That's all I care about. I just want to like, and like watch people like enjoy it. Like when you can see people that are actually having a good time, like you guys travel from, you know, Anderson or Indy or whatever to play in front of people. And when you can tell like people are having a good time,
Yeah.
like that to me is just like the best feeling. It's like,
Well, and
these like, especially when it's younger kids that can't really get to that stuff. It's like, dude, that's awesome. Like
Yeah.
they would never know this, like, especially Newcastle, like they don't have anything. Like
mm-mm.
we have this one band. They're called Velvet Hand. It's
Oh,
a
those
three-piece.
kids are so cool.
I think the oldest kid in the band 16.
16.
It's my nephew
And-
Phoenix.
Yeah, that's
they
Bill's
will
nephew.
tear the fucking house down. They are awesome.
Oh man, and when those kids play, they had their very first show ever here.
Yeah.
And I think they're what 14, 15, and 16.
Oh my
Or
God.
yeah, 15, 16. But they're so fucking cool. And you know, they can't go and play the bars yet or do any of that stuff. So Fred went to high school with one of their dads. One of them is Bill's nephew. So it got brought to us like, hey, you know, could the boys do a show here? Absolutely. And those kids, I mean, like
They put on a show.
they put on a fucking show and they felt like the biggest rock stars at the end of it. And it was so cool to see, like, I remember like being young and discovering music and discovering the shit that I was into, and like to give those kids the platform to do that. And then to see at the end of that, like how fucking stoked they were to have been able to do that. And like, I feel like at that point, you know, they're fully invested in what they're doing and they're going to continue down that path. And like, I don't know, it felt really cool to give them the place to do
It's
that. And they're
really
fucking
cool
good,
because
man.
you know
just saying, to be in high school, okay, and to play a show that has a fucking flyer for it,
Oh yeah.
okay. I'm just saying, like when I was in high school, I played in bands, you know, and that was a big fucking deal.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's a
The
flyer.
best part
Oh yeah,
is-
Velvet Hand is playing with the Steves in Richmond on March 16th. So if anybody's checking that show out, you'll get to
Yes.
check them out too.
Yeah, they played here and we was like, oh, you got to come check out the Steves because the Steves
Yeah.
are playing next. I was like, they have a venue over there. Come to the next show. You guys got to meet those guys and then play with them. And
Dude, and those kids are like,
they make their own flyers. Like, you know, I always make flyers. They'll make their own. They tape them up at the fucking Taco Bell all over town. Like
Oh,
they'll
yeah,
still be
everywhere.
taped on like.
And it's so much fun
That's
because we'll
awesome.
go out and
Freaking-
we'll see like Riot Room flyers in the wild, and it's so cool.
I'll get pictures all the time. They'll be like, "Did you make this?" I'm like, "That's not one of my
That's not
flyers."
me.
And it's one of them. I'm like,
Yeah.
hell yeah! Like, they're all about promoting it.
And
like,
dude,
you know,
those
doing
kids
their
are like
thing.
PR masters too, because they promote the fuck out of their shows. And they've played here 2 or 3 times. But every show they've had here, they've brought no less than probably 30 fucking people with just them.
Just for their band. Like, it's crazy.
Like it's a packed house every time they play, and they have these really cool light. They do like a really cool light show, and they have like these
they
huge
bring
tall
the monster
stacks,
stacks, so they
Oh,
look
yeah.
like Megadeth coming in here.
and they all have like super long thrashy hair. I was not that fucking cool when I was 15. Like those boys are cool, man.
It's to me like I was blown away. Like I've known Joe forever, and I've known Bill for a while, and like when he said that was like their first show,
Oh,
would've
thanks,
never guessed.
Tony.
like they came out like they've been playing for years.
years.
And I think they're gonna do something.
Oh yeah, those kids definitely have it, and they're not timid. They're not shy. They're not like, when I was a young punk rocker, like I put on that front of being like, angsty teen, but really I was like super timid, and like those boys have it. I think they're gonna do big things.
Oh, thanks, Tony. Riot Room is pretty fucking awesome.
Thanks. Jesse said those guys kicked ass. They did fog us out pretty good though. They have a fog machine, and like the Riot Room is a small
I think that was
spot.
Cocaine Culture's fault.
Jesse,
Well,
you need
no,
to-
Cocaine Culture did, but Velvet Hand did too, and it was like when you open the garage
We're
door,
gonna
just
air
like
out
rolled
twice.
out. Yeah, we had to air it out a couple
It
times.
was fucking awesome.
You
though.
can taste
Yeah,
Oh no.
we need to have like a fog machine rule. Only the ones that you can press the button on the remote. Just do it like once or twice, because it was pretty foggy night. I do want to get a smoke eater in here. That's like my next investment. I want to get a smoke eater for the ceiling. But yeah, it's been
We just need a rich investor.
Don't look.
yeah. Bill said that's not me. Secret Bill said I'm not it.
It's not Singer Bill.
Hams.
Hands.
If you're gonna try and get him to invest, you got to drink out of the mugs.
whatever,
I do
whatever,
need to drink out of my
whatever I can do to help.
Yeah,
You know?
for sure. Well, and
This
you've
is more
been
than enough. Like,
pinnacle in our success. I feel like both of you have. And we've met the best fucking people through this. We met you guys through doing this stuff and like punk rock night at the Mel. But we've met the fucking coolest people.
it's always awesome because like the people that come here, like if we don't really get out a lot, but like if we do go to Indy and we go to the Mel, we run into like you guys or someone, like we feel like we're just at home, like we are here, because like we run this place more like it's just friends hanging out.
Yeah.
Like everyone asks me like whenever they're like, "Hey, can we play?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And they're like, "How long can we play?" I'm like, "I don't care. However long you want to play." And they're like, "Well, how long should my set be?" I was like, "I don't know. Just play until people are sick of it." And then the other band can do the same. Like I don't make rules. Like I'm the last person you should ask. Just play until people are having fun.
Well, and so on Monday,
Oh,
so the Cancer Slug show, since it was on a weekday and it's residential and we have neighbors, we tried to keep that as close to city sound ordinance as possible, which is 10 o'clock. We went a little bit over, but usually on the weekends, we don't really give a shit. We've had cops a couple of times, but we've never been shut down. We've never had cops for noise. The only time they've ever been out has been like if a neighbor's driveway is blocked, or when Velvet Hand played, because they're young, they were out in the driveway, they're loading in or loading out. And one of the neighbors saw a group of teenagers in the parking lot and then all the cars, and they called it in as an underage drinking party. So the cops came and they were like, "Oh, we got called in for an underage drinking party." And we're like, "No, we just have bands playing. It's all grown-ups in here except for those guys, and they're not drinking." Because you do have to be 21 to drink. Like, we have free beer, but if you're not 21, like we can't be doing that. But we've never been shut down. The cops have usually been pretty cool, which, I mean, ACAB forever, but I will take it if they're like, "Carry on." So yeah, we've never really been in trouble either.
never
We're just gonna
had-
keep doing it until they tell us that we can't.
we've never had any kind of trouble really.
Nope.
Like not even like any beef with bands or like people here. Like everyone coming is just here for the same reason, just to have fun.
Yeah. And again, stuff we won't go into here. I think we've only ever had like one beef, and it
Yeah.
was the stupidest shit ever. We won't get into that, but outside of like that one instance, we've had nothing but a positive experience positive feedback.
Well, there's always going to be moments.
Yep. You're always going to have those one or two, but
There's songs for that.
we wrote songs about it. You guys will figure it out later.
Yeah.
The experience here has always felt welcoming and safe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and
our
that's a
thing.
priority for
And
me.
there's
is
a
safety.
reason why it has been so successful.
Thank you.
And that is why.
Yeah. Even with this, with the last show at the
Yeah.
Cancer Slug, I was telling Sheppy that one of my favorite things is there was such a eclectic group here.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, from all generations.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
Cancer Slug spans over 25 years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And so there was quite a group here. But when Cancer Slug was on, everybody was in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
fist up,
Yeah.
singing along. You know, didn't matter. It was Joe Schmo's first
Yeah.
time here. You know,
Oh, yeah.
we were all just rocking out together, and it was great.
And that's the thing for here too. And like one of my biggest points is that everybody is welcome. Like we've had, even at the Cancer Slug show, at the Velvet Hand shows, like we've had 60-year-old dudes. Riot Division, Ryan brought his mom to one of the shows, and she's like the sweetest little old lady. She was like rocking out to all the songs. But we've had like 6-year-old dudes. We've had
We had
15-year-old
someone here on
kids.
Oxygen.
Yeah, we had somebody with an oxygen tank. We had some kids drive down from a couple of hours away from college. We've had like everything in between. And that's the thing is like everybody's welcome here, unless you're a piece of shit or a bigot, and then get the fuck out of my house.
Mhm.
Or if you're a cop, get the fuck out of my house. But that's something that like I won't tolerate bullshit. So if somebody is here like spewing hateful shit or starting drama or picking fights or like
They're definitely
If-
outnumbered.
oh, yeah.
here.
if I
Yeah,
hear
it's not
like
gonna happen.
if I hear any homophobic, transphobic speak, if I hear any racist speak, like and there's not a 3-strike policy. Like one fucking time you're out.
But do you even get that energy?
No,
here?
we don't. We've
I've
actually
never
had-
felt
Mm-mm.
any negative energy like that in this premise.
No,
No.
we never have, and we never will because this shit won't fly.
I think a lot of people also around here know who we are.
Yeah.
And just the kind of people we are. And they know we won't put
Good
up with, like
people.
stupid shit. And we make it very clear that everyone's welcome. I think it even says it on the Riot Room page on Facebook, like, a safe space for everyone. Like,
Amen.
and that means everyone.
Michaela.
Like, there's no exclusion or anything.
Yeah, no, and like that's also part of Secret Bill's detail. So it's never happened, but should that day come to pass, Bill's ready to bust heads for the Riot Room. He'll toss you out on your ass, so don't bring that negative energy
So some
here.
blows, do you, Bill?
Yep,
You're going on your head.
yep. Secret Bill's on duty.
And like Shep said, like if someone did want to come here and start anything, they are so outnumbered. It just wouldn't
Mhm.
be a smart.
Why would
Not a good
someone
fucking
come
move, yeah.
all the way to Newcastle, Indiana for a show to either play it or just be here for it? Not to have a good fucking time. You know?
And that's all we want to do
That's
is
always
just
the
have
most
fun.
We're just playing music and having fun. And that's what happens here. I've never experienced a negative energy at all. It's
And it-
always been chill and fun.
It's awesome because, like you were saying with the Cancer Slug, like, I mean, 9 times out of 10, unless it's like a really late show, everyone, like the majority of people are down there. I mean, we'll have like a few people sitting up here around the tables, but the majority of people are either sitting in the window looking down or downstairs, anyways, trying to support the bands. Like, we never have an issue of like, I don't know, like you ever go to a venue and like most of the people are just like outside like the whole time. Like we never have that issue. Like everyone's usually down there. Like we'll have a few people outside, like maybe to, catch some fresh air because people do smoke in here. I mean, we have smoking in here, it just happens. And but
Oh, hey, is it cool if I smoke?
All right, so let's hear about how you guys met.
Oh, that's fun. So
you want to tell it?
yeah, Fred's a fucking idiot.
Let
That's
Craig tell it.
yeah, you tell him.
It's a new
No.
story where I'm an idiot.
This is where everybody 18 and younger needs to
Yeah.
turn.
So once upon a time, I managed and bartended at a strip club in Anderson, Who's your girls?
Who's your?
R.I.P.
You know what? I was the DJ there.
Were you really?
I was a DJ there back in
What?
2001.
That was a little bit
there.
before my time, but
Yeah.
dang, that's fucking cool. And that it was like the nittiest, grittiest, stickiest,
the magical
grossest.
place.
Yeah.
But it was so magical. It had like the glow in the dark, like roller skating rink carpet, and your feet stuck to the floor. It was so disgusting, but like so magical. So, anyways, like it was like a towny, strip joint or whatever. So you get a lot of towny dudes or whatever. And like nobody cool ever fucking came in. So I'm bartending and the door swings open and this dude walks in this like studded leather jacket and he's got all these tattoos and like Dreamweaver starts playing in the background and it's like sparkles around him. And I'm like, who the fuck is that? Like the first cool person that's ever walked in this bar. And he comes up to the bar and I'm like, immediately I have like the biggest crush on him. And I like kind of bat my eyelashes at him and I ask him what he wants. And he just says Red Stripe. He doesn't say anything else. He doesn't say please or may I have. He just says Red Stripe. I'm like, okay. So I get the beer and I put it on the bar and he puts his money, and this is all like a silent transaction, puts his money on the bar. I give him his change. He puts his tip on the bar and he walks away. And I'm like, damn, that dude was not feeling me. And I'm like super sad about it. So then he comes up again and he orders another beer and it's only Red Stripe. He doesn't say anything else. And so we continue this like all night long. So I start like the wheels start turning. I'm like, what can I do to get this dude's attention? So I tell my DJ, because I notice he's wearing like a punk rock tee. I don't even remember what band it was at this, but like a Rancid t-shirt. So I tell my DJ, I'm like, hey, if this dude ever comes back again, play this song, this song, this song. And we make like a punk rock playlist. Well, sure enough, the following weekend he comes in.
This place is getting more magical.
Yeah.
As you can tell.
So the next weekend he comes in and he does the same thing. It's Red Stripe, silent transactions, but I like to the DJ and he starts playing this punk rock playlist and he's like vibing over there. I can see he's like singing all the songs and I'm like, okay. So the DJ tells him on the microphone, he's like, hey, this is for you, guy over there, from my bartender. And he's like, he like tilts his beer at me. So, but he still doesn't talk to me. So I'm like, okay, that didn't do the trick. So then I tell my door guy, if this guy comes in again, don't charge him cover. And anybody he brings with him, don't charge him cover. So the next weekend he comes in and now he's listening to his playlist and he gets in for free and all of his friends get in for free. Still doesn't talk to me. So I'm like, okay,
guys.
So I'm like, okay, I'm the manager. I have X amount of like comp drinks I can give a night. So the following weekend he comes to order his Red Stripe and I tell him it's on the house. I got it. So he's like, cool, thanks. That's all he says. Cool, thanks. So he goes back to his table. He's listening to his music. He got in for free. So he comes up to get another beer. It's on the house. He drank for free that whole night. Still like didn't get it.
It's magical.
So he comes in again with a big group of friends and I gave up at this point. I'm like, clearly he's not into me. So his friend, he was with a friend and his buddy was like kind of flirting with me and his friend was kind of cute. So I end up giving him my number because I'm like, he obviously doesn't get it. I have to take the lead here. So I write my number down and I give it to him at the end of the night. I'm like, hey, we're going to have a bonfire next weekend. We're going to be drinking. You should call me and you should come. So he's like, cool, thanks. And they leave and I get a text like 15 minutes later and they're like, hey, is this the bartender? I'm like, fuck yeah, he's texting me. And I'm like, yeah, who's this? He says, oh, it's I'm not going to say his name, but oh, it's blank, Fred's friend. And I was like, oh, cool. Hey, what's up? So we kind of start texting. Well, I end up dating that guy for like a year. And Fred and I, through that relationship, Fred was like my best friend. We finally like broke the ice and he became like my very best friend. And I didn't like my crush kind of went away. I had a boyfriend. But then when that guy and I broke up, Fred and I went to a different strip club to hang out just like as friends. And then he like whispered in my ear. He like pulled my chair in and he whispered in my ear and he said, you are the unicorn. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he was like, you're the unicorn. Well, they all had a joke. Fred had been single for 10 years and they were like, he's waiting on a unicorn. He's never going to have a girlfriend because he wants this magical thing that doesn't exist. And then that's when I knew that Fred liked me. And I was like, oh, I'm the unicorn. And then I went home with him that night and I just never left.
So you can never leave.
I can never leave. So it took like a year and a half total and he like didn't get it. So I asked him later, I was like, why did you not like me then? And he was like, oh no, I had a huge crush on you, but I thought you were way out of my league and I'm just an ugly bastard. And I figured you'd say no. So I didn't even try. And I was like, well, why did you think you were getting all the things? And he's like, I just thought you were really nice. So it took like a year and a half for him to get the hint, but he finally got it.
I was like, every weekend I know exactly where I was going. I was like, I'm going to drink for free free and listen to punk rock and see tennis. This is the coolest place in the world.
But then we started dating, and then we got married 4.5 months later, and now 7 years later, here we are.
Married 7 years.
Yeah.
Jesse says we have to bring up Laser.
Oh, Laser. Dude, so another Riot Room regular, it's our buddy Ryan Cheshire. You've met him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ryan came into, and this is still when I like barely know these guys.
He's also one of the origins of the Pistol.
Yeah, he is. That dude is a whole enigma. But so we're at they come into the strip club and they bring Ryan. It's the first time I've ever met this man. And he is piss fucking drunk. And he's like knocking tables over and knocking chairs over. And we had this one stripper. We can't remember what her actual name was, but we called her Laser because she was like a fucking bodybuilder. She looked like an American gladiator.
It was crazy.
And she wore like an American flag bikini. She had like a 6-pack, the biggest muscles you've ever seen. And Ryan weighs fucking 100 pounds soaking wet. He's like a little spaghetti noodle. So of all the girls that he could pick, there's like these little tiny petite little things. He picks Laser and he bites her on the butt cheek. And this woman could like snap his neck with her legs. And so I had to make them go home. I had to cut them off. And I was like, you have to get this motherfucker out of here. I fucking hate him. Well, then when I started dating Fred, I was like, oh, it's that guy. But he's actually really fucking awesome. And now he's like my brother. But yeah, he picked the bodybuilder one to bite
Trust
on the
me.
butt cheek.
That night, I was just thinking, like, I hope she don't kick my ass too.
She could have picked every single one of their asses. She was terrifying. But that place is
Foxy.
that place is no more. It's called the Pony now. Hoosier Girls is no more. But that place was like a Twilight Zone. Like it didn't exist on the same plane of existence as real life. The weirdest shit would happen in there. And when we would tell people the stories, like they sound made up because they were
Like-
just so fucking wild.
I would try to just do stuff there that I was like, this ain't real. But like,
The bean burrito.
I got to tuck a beefy 5-layer burrito in a G string.
She came around. Her name was Buck Wild, and she was Buck Wild. But she like came around and asked if we were tipping, or asked if they were tipping, and she like pulled out the side of her underwear. And Fred had a cheesy bean and rice burrito, and he's like, "Can I tip you with this?" And she was like, "Absolutely." And so he got to tuck a fucking bean burrito. Like the weirdest shit. That was the best place.
Well, like everything was already worked out in my favor. I'm listening to my music. I'm getting free beer. I was like, I think I can do anything here.
And you pretty much could. Like it was pretty much a fucking free for all. Oh yeah, Jesse said don't forget the one-legged stripper. We did have a one-legged stripper. We had what else did
How many shows have you had? Like, what is this show coming up with the run up and the come alongs
oh my goodness.
and the remote controls?
Like,
And
how many ever months is in
fentanyls?
3 years? So twice a month for 3 years. Whatever the math on
Yeah.
that is.
minus like
Minus like 5 months.
yeah, because of
When my
Funerals
brother
and
passed
stuff.
away. Yeah. 60. Yeah, like 60-ish.
maybe I don't know.
Around
30.
60-ish.
I don't think it's that high. That's like really high.
I don't know. We've had
70s.
quite a few.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would be in the 70s.
I never count them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a lot. And it's been super fun every time.
Oh yeah.
And we're just going to keep doing it until they tell us that we can't. And even if when they do
And
that,
then
we'll
we're gonna
probably
do
just
it
keep
some more.
doing it anyway.
Ah,
I like
you guys
strategically
got to keep
placed.
kicking ass.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna keep, something that lasts this long,
And we never thought it would. We didn't intend for it to be
you're
a thing. It
having
just kind of
great bands come out here.
Thank you.
Like, if you're in the Newcastle area, like, come on,
or even if you're not. Come
you're
on.
coming to this show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You know
we
what I
had
mean?
Mr. Clinton the Pink Cigarettes.
Some
That was a
serious-
really good show.
Seriously
They always put on
talented
good shows.
musicians.
Oh, they put on an amazing show
That
every
was all
time.
in this. That was like all in one show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like all those crazy bands.
And
like
Pat and the Pissers.
Yeah, that was like the Halloween.
No,
show.
Pat and the Pissers didn't play with Mr. Clip.
Oh, they
We
didn't?
we wanted them to, but nobody's schedules lined up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But
Abby from Mr. Clinton, the Pink Cigarettes, that has that band called Grimy. Have you
dude,
seen
we
that?
want
Yeah,
Grimy. We
yeah.
want to get Grimy in here. They're amazing.
Yeah, they're great.
And she's super fucking cool anyway.
Yeah, she is.
But yeah, we talked about reaching out to Grimy because we want to get them in here
We
too.
have a few bands that like we have like a list of like bands that
Kind
are
of like a Riot Room
hey,
wish
like,
list.
we want to play out there sometime. Let's try to make it happen. And like we have this band called Bit Back. They're like a hardcore band. They haven't been able to make it yet. First time they came out, I think like I don't know, like something happened and like half the band just didn't show, and they were like, "We're not coming." And then second time, I think like their drummer like broke his leg like a week before, but like they're on the like they want to come back and like they're like, sorry this keeps happening. I'm like, no big deal to me. Like we don't like I'm not gonna get offended or mad about it. Like we have enough people like we could either ask or like I said earlier, we don't have to ask people really. Like we get asked so much. Like when what was that band that had to drop off?
Oh yeah,
When
so
Paint
Paint
Job had to
Job
drop
was
off.
gonna open for Cancer Slug, but they had to drop off because Carter had some work stuff come up, and like super last minute. It was like the night before, and they were super bummed about it. Which we're gonna get them in
Yeah, we're
here
gonna bring
again,
them
so
back.
keep an eye out for that. But Pretty with the Lights Out jumped on like at the last minute, and it's been really nice too because we do get so much support that if we do have like a last minute drop, we've got like an arsenal of people that we can get a hold of, and they're like, "Fuck yeah, we'll be there." And it's-
People want to play here.
Yeah, and that still blows my mind sometimes. Like even like on the local level, like let alone Cancer Slug, but even on the local level, like that still blows my mind because I'm like, it's our fucking house, it's our basement.
I want to play here.
You can totally play
Can
here
I
anytime
get
you
on
want.
one of these fucking shows, bro?
You just tell us when, bud. You can play.
I
here
want
anytime
to play
you
the
want
Riot
to.
Room.
Mhm.
You're always welcome. Why do you? I mean, I haven't seen other than the Cancer Slug show. I haven't seen Scummy in a while.
Man,
Like,
we were
Why do you think what the first thing I
we-
asked before we started? I asked
we
if you
were
was doing
up
anything
in
musical.
here
I always
on
love your
Monday
writing style,
talking
your
about
Fuck yeah.
talking about playing euchre right now.
Somebody will have to teach Fred and I because we don't know how.
This is Indiana.
I can play Go Fish.
Shit, I'm
That's
from
about-
Ohio and I play euchre.
Yeah, that's about the.
I think euchre
extent of
might
my
be
card
more
game
common
knowledge.
in Ohio than in Indiana, but whatever. Might be that Buckeye in me
I learned
talking
when I was in the
shit.
Navy that the only people that knew about what euchre was were the people from the surrounding area right here.
Really?
Yeah, like it's a total Midwest game. It's
I don't know. I
not-
can play a pretty mean
I
solitaire.
feel like my parents and like their friends and like probably like your parents
My mom,
kinda
yeah,
thing.
like they always had
But,
card
like,
game night, and I just never understood.
I was always a shithead kid. I wasn't allowed around the gaming tables. I was going to do something stupid.
Guys ever play spoons?
Spoons. Mm-mm. I don't know what that is. I don't think.
Basically, you have so many cards in your hand, and you pick one up and put it down, pick one up and put it down, and you're trying to get 4 of a kind. And once you get 4 of a kind, you grab a spoon, and there's only enough spoons for everybody except one person.
And then so if you don't get the
You
spoon,
gotta
then
up
you're
the
out.
ante. Like no one's eating all day, but you have like a bowl of chili.
Yeah.
And the
But there's
person
only
that
enough
doesn't get the
spoons.
spoon is not allowed to
They
eat.
get to walk
If
everyone.
there's 6 people playing, you start with 5 spoons, motherfucker. And I'm telling you, like, I've seen some injuries you would not believe.
Bucky
playing
said,
some
"Target acquired
spoons.
and panty line, yes."
Like, are we calling 911? You know, trying to grab that fucking spoon.
Yeah.
She gets wild.
Fred's not competitive enough for that. He'd be like, "Fuck, just take my spoon. I don't give a shit."
yeah.
He's like too passive. He'd be like, "Just here, just have my spoon. I don't care."
I'm the guy though. Like when everyone's around, pretty much unless it's D&D or something, I just get bored. I can't keep my attention on card games.
Yeah.
What'd Jesse say? Jesse said, "Scummy needs to get something going. I still have my Target acquired t-shirt and CD from your release party at the Mel. And the Scummy Scuzz project is dope. I agree with all of the above."
Oh, thanks, guys.
Mhm.
Thank you.
And
thank
Buffy
you. I
wants to
appreciate it.
cover world peace. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Do a little Chromag
Your mo-
action.
Can you pull your mic back
Back towards you or
towards, yeah, or something, or towards me?
somewhere.
Yeah,
Towards something.
There.
that's better.
Yeah, we do need some more Target Acquired. I remember the first time we saw Target Acquired was at
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Yeah.
And we were like,
Dirty
What's
Rotten
that?
Knives or Dirty
Dirty
Rotten?
Rotten Revenge.
Dirty
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on a
yeah.
Wednesday.
That
Yeah.
was the first time we saw
Yeah.
Target Acquired, and we both were like,
I think the
"Who is
run up
that?"
was there too, weren't they? Pretty sure it was the
Yeah.
run up and
I know there were
us
three.
and
There's
Dirty
three
Rotten
bands. I
Revenge.
Dirty
think.
Rotten Revenge, the Target Acquired, and the
Run
Run
Up?
Up.
Yeah.
Because Fred and I were both like, man, he's got a very like Jello thing going on, and we were
I heard that
super
a lot.
pumped about that. We were
Instantly, I was like,
yeah.
"Oh, this dude's awesome."
Like the way you move, the way you sound, we were like, dude, that's like straight Jello, and we loved it.
Oh, thank you.
Dude, the Dirty Rotten Revenge
Listen.
dudes are awesome.
Hmm They were super
really
cool.
good.
They
too.
were
They
really
crashed with us that night, I think,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Yeah, they were on tour.
Hmm
They were coming
We
through.
blew up a bunch
on
of air
tour.
mattresses in the living room, and then I made everybody breakfast in the morning. And that's also like, so the Riot Room kind of doubles as like the punk rock hotel motel.
Yeah, we haven't done it in a while.
We haven't done it
'cause
in a while because we've had
we
like
have a busy house.
well, and when my brother passed away, like we took a big break. But a lot of times, like we'll host bands or you know, people that come and drink all the free beer and don't want to drive home. And then I'll like make everybody scrambled eggs in the morning, make some bacon,
Some pancakes.
some pancakes.
Play some cards.
Everyone else.
Oh yeah,
plays.
Riot Division
We,
played
we
with.
host our secret euchre game without Shep here.
Yeah.
Hey, Jesse just
Conspiracy.
reminded us. Riot Division played with them at Roadhouse too.
Mhm.
Target Acquired. Yeah,
Yeah, that was the second last one we got back together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
that was a good ass show. I
You
miss the
know,
Riot Division days.
Speaking of like earlier when we were talking about bands that like which ones stick out, one of the very first, actually two of the very first bands I reached out to when I was in Riot
Hi,
Division
Jason.
that I really really wanted to play with was Fastidio, because
Yes.
those dudes.
Hell yeah.
First time I seen them, I was like, "Holy shit, they're fucking awesome!" And then when it all suckers die or the Set the Bar guys, like
Yeah, see.
I like those guys. I was like, they're pretty fucking good, and they were really good to us. In Riot Division, they like kind of took us under their wing a little bit. Put us on that. The first year we were together, we were on Anita Fest, and I think we were like playing right before the headliner, so like everyone was there, and like they took care of us. We like the Set the Bar guys a lot.
Oh,
They
yeah.
played here.
What up, Sean?
Sean's
What
a
up,
great
Jeff?
dude. Jeff. We need to get
Up,
third rail
Rico?
out here. I keep saying that, but I guess I've been lazy about reaching out to people. Too many people reach out to me.
Yeah.
Dude, that's yeah, man.
I guess that's a good
Fucking-
problem to have, though.
Yes, it is, man. Hell yeah.
I demand.
Always putting on a good show.
The Subservience, those guys are badass. They are from Pontiac, I believe, Illinois. Steph actually surprised me. They came down and played with Riot Division when I was with them at the Roadhouse, and Steph had talked them into learning our wedding song, and they like punked it up real good, and it was total surprise. It was awesome.
Hell yeah.
Which band?
The Subservience.
Hell yeah, that's fucking dope. Which show was it?
Mhm.
Who all played on that one?
I think that was. I have a picture of it somewhere. I know it was Subservience. I think it was Subservience, Dirty Rotten Revenge, Riot Division. Who all played that when they surprised when you got the wedding song played?
Was it the Corey? I don't remember the
Corey.
name of that band. They changed their name.
No,
earlier, but it was like
no.
the acoustic guy. I don't remember who the fourth band was on that show.
It may not have been.
But that was super fun. So like I'm grand gesture guy. I love a grand gesture. And they were playing that show on our wedding anniversary. So Fred loved that band. So I messaged
up,
them in secret a
Jason?
couple months before, and I was like, "Hey, do you guys want to learn this song for me and surprise him at the show?" And they did, and it was fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
Great dudes.
I love a grand gesture.
What's one of the grandest gestures you ever pulled?
Probably Fred's last birthday.
That was a total surprise.
It was. So I don't know if I'm just really, really good at hiding things or if Fred is just super oblivious. Probably that one. But his last, so we have a wedding tradition. So we got married on Fred's birthday. So our anniversary is also his birthday. And since our first
Well, if
anniversary,
it isn't Cleveland in the group chat.
oh, hi, Cleveland. Which that's funny too. I sent that to Cleveland. But anyways, so we got married on his birthday, and our tradition since our first anniversary has been we go to see the Rocky Horror Picture Show for our anniversary. And then this past year, nobody was doing it. So I was like, fuck, man, it'll be like, it's our 6th wedding anniversary. It's the first time we won't go. I was really bummed. So I was like, okay, if we can't go to the Rocky Horror Picture Show, I'm going to bring the Rocky Horror Picture Show here. So I did this big secret, and we always go to the drive-in to see it. So I put up a projector screen in the backyard, and we got a projector, and I made a drive-in in the backyard. And then the garage I turned into, I had like the Transylvanian Convention banner. I made the fucking the book. I'd like I made the Denton sign, the Home of Happiness sign. It was like huge. And I would be working on it in the garage, and Fred would come down and he'd be like, hey, what are you working on? And I was like, oh, it's like a Camp Crystal Lake thing I'm painting for Halloween. Really, it was for his party. I made like themed food that was like movie themed.
World's biggest apple pie fight.
World's biggest apple pie fight. Jesus Christ. But it was like a whole Rocky Horror Picture Show drive-in experience because we couldn't go to the drive-in. So I just brought the drive-in to it.
That's great.
Yeah, it was super. The Denton Affair. I made the Denton
Yeah.
Affair, and it took weeks. I scoured the internet for like every exact page that's in the movie, exactly the way that it is in the movie, and then I put it all together. And I like a grand gesture.
Oh yeah.
And Fred's like a
she's
fantastic husband, but his brain doesn't work in grand gesture mode. But like, I love a grand gesture, so I always do like these big
I will
over-the-top
never
things.
ever top her on anything. Like I'm usually the guy that's like, hey, what do you want to do for your birthday?
Oh, what-
And then she'll say it, and then I just make it happen.
Ryan said, was it the Deadlights? It was the Deadlights.
No, that was the
Or was that a
first. That was the first show we played.
Oh
At the
yeah, that wasn't
Roadhouse.
the Subservience, was it?
Yeah, that they played the first show.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mean to make it impossible for him to top. I just really like doing big things. But I don't
Everyone
need
has different languages, you know.
but like but honestly, like he does amazing things in his own way. And like I think I like giving grand gestures more than I like getting them anyways. So like I'm cool with that. Usually he'll
That's a
just
good
like
thing.
yeah, exactly.
jot down a little love note like on a little piece of paper, and like I'm good with that.
I like to write her like a
Like a little
third grader style poem.
Mhm.
Roses are red.
No,
violets are blue.
he wrote a really cute one, and
Let's
he
get
thought
them hams, and I'll screw you. I don't know.
no, he wrote a
Romantic.
really good one,
Romantic
and
of
he
it.
like didn't like it, but he wrote me one that said, when I look at you, my heart beats faster. I'm not love drunk, I'm love plastered. And I thought it was like the cutest thing in the whole world. Said you should turn that into a song.
I'm
That'd
a
be cool
romantic.
punk rock love song. So he does his own cute little things in his own little way, and I like them.
So I think it's time. All right. We've been talking about it. We're going to do it. So I've got this handy dandy motherfucking tab, right? So what we're going to do is fucking
Tour time.
head to the stage.
Ooh, yeah.
Look at that shot.
Straight up your nose.
What?
What?
Ah,
What's going on?
right? So then
I gotta
we're
get in here.
gonna
You're
I was.
And this you'll see is Shep's nose. To the right. Over to the left is more Shep's nose.
ASC at the Mel, and Rico cheered on my bass solos, made me feel like a
You want me to grab
rock
this? Is
star.
that what
Yes,
you're doing?
I remember that.
We got the headline because something happened, and I think penitentiary needed to share equipment with ASD,
Yeah.
and we played 13 songs, and it was like possibly like
Oh, he said we lost audio. Jesse said we lost audio.
Oh no.
Not anymore.
Okay, we're good.
we played like 13 songs and like I don't know, like maybe like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And Rich came up and was like, "You guys got any more material?" I was like, "Well, no one can understand me anyways. I'll just do it again." And they're like, "No, you're good."
So what Scummy's showing you right now, so this is the garage area. So we utilize this area too as like overflow. And then over there is the free beer fridge. We've got a free beer fridge over there. That thing is always fully
And then there's a
stocked.
smaller free beer.
Smaller free beer fridge over there. But we'll use this as like overflow. And then we have this really cool wall in the garage that opens up and goes down into the Riot Room. So that way, if people don't want to go downstairs, they can still see the show.
All right. So,
Which is really cool.
I'm gonna go piss.
Yes. But yeah, when we bought this house, they actually had that sealed off. And when we opened it up, we were like, what the fuck would anybody seal that shit up? Like, it's fucking cool.
Going down the
And now
stairs.
it is sent. And this is the all things right. There's the PA that Jesse bought. And the light.
I can't really see what I'm shooting here, so hopefully it's getting.
Please, like back up a little bit so you can see what. And then the little things that we go out of palette. That's
What about the? And then here's the pew that we talked about. This is where you keep the bodies.
There's the monster. So yeah, we utilize the whole space. Usually we pack it out pretty well, and it's super fucking fun. If you've never been here, you should totally come.
Who's this guy?
That's Ralph. So
'Cause
he's really loud, so we don't keep it like we can't turn him on now. But he pukes green sludge into the barrel.
here's the bathroom.
Yeah, we have. Oh, I got a compliment once. They were like,
Shitter's full.
somebody told me once your bathroom is nicer than the. Why can't I think of what I'm thinking of? No, we got. No, fucking. God damn it. Why can't I think of what I'm trying to think of? The Emerson. Yeah. They were like, your bathroom is nicer than the Emerson. And I was like, well, thank you. I think every bathroom is nicer than the Emerson, but. Oh yeah, and look, I have like a little. No, that's our sugar school. You can open that door if you want. I have like a little kit that I keep on by the sink that has all kinds of stuff.
You're right, Scummy.
Oh yeah, look, yeah, I have earplugs and tampons and Tylenol.
We put some flyers,
Yeah,
flyers up on the wall.
we put all the Riot Room flyers up on the wall.
Yeah.
Tylenol up here.
Yeah, the Animal Corpse don't do that thing.
The Dandy comic book autograph.
Yeah, that was a
Donated by
birthday
Bill.
gift from Bill.
Yeah.
Now, Stephanie,
Text lyrics
Yes.
on that mic, donated by Jesse.
Yep, that was also a birthday gift to you from Jesse.
Yeah.
you said that you were trying to get like Narcan and stuff like that
Yes,
in
I
here as
want
well.
to keep, so like I have a little kit in the bathroom and it just has like pads and tampons and Band-Aids and just whatever, like we've had people cut a foot open or have a headache or whatever, so I have like a little kit in there for whatever you could need. But I want to keep test strips and Narcan in there as well, because while Fred and I don't partake, other people do. And I want this place to be as safe as possible. So if you are going to partake, you can at least make sure that your shit is safe. And if for some reason it still gets past you and it's not safe, we can take care of it. That's something that's super, super important to me. Very, very, very important to me. And Scummy actually gave me the information on where to get such things. So I'm going to try to move on that this probably next weekend.
Yeah, Panty Line played in Panty Line and Christ's Actor played for the Hoosier Dome for the Satanic Temple. And they had an organization there called RATS, which is Reduce and Abolish the Stigma or whatever. And they were giving out free Narcan and test strips and that kind of thing, you know, because lives.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Right? There's no reason
Well,
to-
that's the
Absolutely.
kind. We aren't judgmental in any way.
Mm-mm.
Like, you know, if anyone was here and they ever had issues and needed help, you know, they could reach out. We could help them with what we can. I mean, we're just regular people. We're not like, you know, we obviously can only do so much, but like we could try to help. And if we can do it, we're gonna do it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
we brought Buffy's truck here. Me and Bill drove up to work on it, and Bill fixed it in my garage, and then we cleaned the whole garage out and had a show. Like, you know, we just try to
Yeah, that's why I said Bill is the Riot Room mechanic.
we try to help everyone out as much we can, and you know, we're all just we try to surround ourselves with decent
Oh,
people
yeah.
and good people.
Well,
and
and like we said at the beginning, like safety is like of the utmost importance to us here. Whether that be making sure that this is a safe place to be for, you know, our POC friends or LGBTQ plus friends, or, you know, if you do partake in substances, like I want you to be safe. I want you to be okay. So we definitely want to look into getting some of those supplies to keep on hand as well. Thank you, honey. I couldn't figure that out. Because like you said, like the name RATS is fucking awesome because there is such a big stigma with that stuff, and there shouldn't be. And so, and that's kind of our outlook on everything here is like
you can't judge a
judgment-free
book.
zone,
You know,
man.
you can't just judge a book by its cover. You don't know what they're going through or what they've been through, and the same with us. Like, we've struggled. We don't put a lot of things out there, but like we had a long period of time where we were like, you know, we would get, you know, we were doing the shows. We'd be nervous doing the shows, like, because we were struggling. And like, you know, it took me how many years to get custody of Michaela, and like how much money we spent. And we rode the struggle bus for a long time.
Oh yeah.
And
So like all
luckily
walks of
for
life
us,
are-
you know, we have such a good friend group. Like Bill's, fuck, he's pulled us through so much shit.
Oh yeah.
Larry's pulled us through shit. Like, we have so many friends that, like, you know, help us out. And I think it's because that's the kind of, you know, we try to help when we can. Like, if we have it and we don't need it, we try to help.
I
Like,
mean, fuck, even
yeah,
sometimes
which
if we
put
have
out-
it and we do need it, but you need it more, then, you know.
yeah.
But yeah, and a lot of those people too, we've met through the Riot Room. Like some of our core group of friends we've met through the Riot Room, or even if it's not the Riot Room, like through music and through bands and through, like, we have such a connection with music as a whole for every aspect of our whole entire lives.
I think, you know, the when people are like that with music, people severely underestimate the power they have to build up and help each other. You know, when you listen to like punk rock bands, they're always singing about unity. I mean, we kind of take that to heart. Like, we try to take care of everyone. And luckily for us, you know, being the kind of people that are willing to do that, you know, if we struggle, we have friends that, you know,
Will do
you know,
the
they
same.
help
Yeah.
us. And like, Bill's never asked for anything. And like, Bill's seen us struggle. Bill jumped in. He like, we're
Well,
just like,
Bill did ask for one thing, and that's he didn't. I actually offered. I do owe Bill several meatloafs at this point. I have like traded with meatloafs, and I just haven't pulled the trigger yet. I probably
her
owe Bill
meatloaf
5
is
fucking
fire.
meatloafs.
Yeah.
You know what? Now I'm actually kind of mad because you could have made
I should have
meatloaf
made
tonight.
meatloaf.
Something tells me that, you know, Shep would be really hungry soon.
I do, yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys got Italian, right?
Italian.
That's not Italian.
Indian.
That's Indian. A little bit of a difference.
It starts with an I.
Delicious.
I was
delicious.
close.
Yeah.
By the way, so like once we knew, we got some people watching, you know. Once I knew like
Courtney said she wants meatloaf too.
it wasn't gonna
Well,
be
Courtney, you
happening
and
at
Bill have to come
7.
over at the same time, and I'll make meatloaf.
Get in line, Courtney.
I had to basically make a new
Yeah.
link for the show.
Yeah.
And I just put live from the Riot Room. I think we're eating Italian.
I thought that was a joke because I thought you knew it was Indian. I thought it was being funny.
Yeah, it's better that you put that.
I
I feel.
love it. I love it.
It's a better tagline.
It's
Mhm.
perfect.
The only thing that would have made it better is the hand, like if
The
you
hooking.
do something.
Mwah. Chef's kiss.
That's the official.
By the way,
tagline of chopped liver now. I think we're eating
chopped
Italian.
liver
I think
Dude.
we're eating Italian.
is sponsored. That's right, guys. This is a sponsored program.
And that'd be the first
Shout out to
INA
our
song.
sponsor,
I think Rita.
the Button Guy.
Yes. Oh, I have
Check
some
out
videos
his
on my bed.
Instagram,
Oh yeah.
his
okay.
Facebook,
Billy.
Yeah, I've never met him, but he seems like a really cool guy.
and it's Etsy. If you need buttons,
He's the guy.
he's the guy.
I have
He's
the
an
tiny
awesome
initiatives button on my-
Motherfucker.
on
He's
my
the
bed.
button guy.
You heard it
Did we
here
meet him
first.
somewhere?
Chopped
No, we
liver.
haven't met him. Just
William Billy Boswell is a bad motherfucker.
I bought his buttons from the
Button
record
guy.
store in Shelbyville when we were at the drive-in for
Mhm.
Rocky Horror. And I think that's actually kind of how we connected on Facebook too, because I saw an ad of his and I was like, "Hey, I think I bought." your
Can't hear
buttons."
you.
Yeah.
The mic's too far away.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Here, I'll scoot up. There we go. Dun, dun, dun.
You got to
There we
do
go.
something about your camera, Bill.
Put the whole mic in the way.
God dang my.
There we go.
Oh, there's an actual
There we
stand
go.
for that. It's right there on the table. That's how you do it right
There
there.
it is.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I say, like it's all pro. Like I do my very best to make the very best like video and reels
Dude,
and
we love everything you do,
advertisements.
Shep.
Oh,
Everything. you
everything.
do.
I mean,
do.
Yeah,
They're
but
okay.
as soon as those cameras go on and when we do these things, we do them live.
Mhm. If I know one thing about Shep, it's that he loves
So it's
Italian
all
food.
pro. It's all pro
Yes.
until the cameras go on.
Mhm.
And then it's like, fuck the world. Fuck it.
Go grab my
Anarchy.
ciggies.
No, man. It's like this. Like, don't take life too serious.
So we have a friend in
You'll
here.
never make it
um,
out alive. Have fun.
We've got a friend
Hang
in
out
here
with your
that I have
friends.
a fun friend
Go to a
story
show.
about.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah. So we have a friend in the watching.
How's it going over
Oh,
there?
wait a minute. How's it going over there?
Oh, geez.
I'll let you fix it first.
I'm breaking everything.
It's not broke.
Hand it to the mechanic.
That's
all
my job
good.
here.
Yeah.
Breaking the rules.
So we
Chef
have
asked me on here, so he had something to do. So I told him, "Come
Whatever,
on, break
dude.
things."
I've never once seen you. This is the first time we've ever hung out. I've never seen you at a show. I've never played a show with you.
Seen you at some weird gas station.
No.
Probably. All that's probably still true.
Jesse, Jesse said Bill looks like a mob boss from that angle.
He is.
He is.
Moving forward, though, for real, like we're gonna start doing this from the tab, and actually, like, crashing your fucking show, recording
Okay.
it. I didn't do this last time because I'm selfish. I'm selfish. I wanted to come here and experience that show
Mhm.
and not have to deal with
I'm glad you
these
did. I'm
things
glad you did.
and just have a good time and enjoy the experience.
And how awesome was
And
it?
it was
Just
so fucking cool.
Yes, it was awesome. And it's something that, I don't know.
I feel like it's
It
something
says a lot
that-
about this place, though, for me to want to do that,
yeah.
and
and
just
that makes me very happy.
not, have that experience.
Yeah. Well, and like one thing
How badass
too
is that?
with Cancer Slug that we talked about is, Cancer Slug is on a little bit bigger of a platform. And so we talked about, if we can put that on our resume, that may open the door in the future for, other bigger acts too that we can bring in. So we're kind of trying to build that little resume too. And it's something that, when you look at some of the other Cancer Slug dates, some of those tickets are, $25 a pop or $15 a pop. But when we talked about it, because they told us, you can ticket the show, you can make your money if you want to. But we
We're
didn't
like, now we're
want
good.
it. And it's something
We
that
want
we wanted
everyone
to
to have
do.
a good time, and like we want to like
Oh, yeah.
repay like.
Well, and it was kind of just to
everyone.
give back to like all the bands that have come here and played for free and like donated their time and their skills and whatever. It was just kind of like a thank you to them and like come to this really fucking cool show and you don't have to pay cover. And but yeah, even with that, the Cancer Slugs manager was like, yeah, you can charge for tickets if you want, make some money. We just didn't care about that. We wanted to have free show. Yeah. Okay, so while they're working on that, we have a friend watching named Josh.
Hi,
And
Josh.
Josh's real last name is Cummins. So this is a fun Fred story. So Fred used to work with Josh at Honda, and he always called him Cleland. They would call each other Cleland, which that's a whole backstory. It's like an inside joke, but it was a nickname. So when we first were making out our wedding invitations, I'd never met Josh. I had only ever heard him talk about Josh Cleland. So when I filled out the wedding invitation envelopes, I wrote it to Josh Cleland, and we mailed it.
Mr. and Mrs.
Mr.
Cleland.
and Mrs. Cleland. So, and I don't know that this is a joke. Like, I think this is this guy's last name. And so when Fred finally figured out, he was like, babe, did you send that invitation to Mr. and Mrs. Cleland? And I was like, yeah, Josh Cleland. And he's like, no, honey, his last name is Cummins. Like, that's not a real thing. And I was like, I was super embarrassed about it. Not now. Hey, Cleland, I'm not embarrassed now, but
Yeah.
It's
back
the
then,
greatest story.
dude, I was so fucking embarrassed. But now he's just Cleland to me. What do we need, honey? Oh, my microphone fell down. There we go.
That's fine. We just leave it that way.
You good? I was gonna do. All right.
Check on the baby.
Nice sweats. Get him on video.
What?
Seen him on video.
So yeah, that was the first time I listened to the White Album.
And that's why you hate the Beatles now?
What? The Beatles. I was talking about Teenage Bottle Rocket.
Oh, yeah. So tell us about Piss Boys. I suppose you guys are in Piss Boys. Let's hear about it.
We haven't really done anything yet. We're looking for a guitarist. We started to try to audition. But we kept getting flaky people, and then we had some stuff come up, and we kind of put it on the back burner a little bit. But it's as of right now, me, Jesse Drummond, and Bill over here. But we're looking for a guitarist. It's just going to be like some, I mean, in our opinion, pretty fun punk rock stuff.
Nice. Any influences that you can hearken to?
Just revenge.
We don't even really know the exact sound. I know we're going. It's just going to be like pretty aggressive. That's all I could say. Like the guitar, it's all going to depend on the guitarist. Also, I keep trying to bug my brother into playing guitar because he's like the best guitarist I know. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I'll eventually dwindle him down.
Yeah.
When did you start playing music?
I think the first band I was in was a street punk band called Final Warning, and we never made it out of my living room. I think we played a couple shows in my living room when I lived on 14th Street here. It was me, my brother Josh, Jeremy Ellison on drums, and Jared Skase on bass. We sucked so bad, but I thought it was the greatest thing. Like, it was so fun. But that was probably 2005, maybe a little earlier, but probably 2005 ish. Maybe a little later, actually. I don't know, somewhere in there, 2005 ish.
What was your first instrument?
Oh, mine, I can barely play bass.
Uh-huh.
Like, that's the only instrument I try to fuck with. My brother, on the other hand, he plays everything. Bill plays drums. Do you play other things?
I can fumble fucking guitar.
You can fumble fuck guitar. And Jesse Drummond, I mean, you guys have met him. He plays like Matt Freeman, so we don't let him even try other instruments, even though he can play them.
How many Corn songs do you know how to play on the bass? Because we're almost the same age, right, man?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Well, no, I'm older than you.
I don't know.
You're mid-30s, aren't you?
Shit. Fuck. I love you too, baby. Are you hating on me right now? I'm fucking 40, Bob.
I'm 40.
See, we're the same fucking age.
Dang, I thought you were like 5 years younger.
Nah,
Hey,
homie.
while you boys are chatting, I'm gonna make a gas station run.
Stephanie's like, we're talking about age. I'm out of here.
No, she got
I'm outta
embarrassed because you're
here.
talking about corn, and she's
Well, Bill's
Look,
gonna
I
steal
did
your
have a
mic
poster
while you
of
step
my dad in
out.
sixth grade.
Yeah.
Did
So
not
you
the days
know.
on the low record.
my bait.
I would love that.
Well,
Oh my
because I have
god.
my plans. I'm gonna make a gas station run while you boys chit chat. What kind do you want?
Smoke
Yellow.
America.
American spirits?
Yeah.
I'm good, thank you.
I'll be right back.
Thank you.
You're
Holy
welcome.
fuck.
Well, I'm not gonna
I'll
go
catch-
the rest of the fucking
I got you.
podcast
You should go
without
around that way.
cigarettes.
Yeah.
My bass skills, I'm doing
Bill.
really good if I'm making it through like
Microphone.
Misfits songs. So like I'm not very
I did buy
good.
you a bass to practice on.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
my problem is though, when I play bass, I want to play fast, so I just play like lightning speed. So it just sounds like crap no matter what I do.
What?
I got a tiny chair.
Getting this all set up here. Again.
So you're primarily just the vocalist,
Just
and
vocalist.
lyricist.
Yeah.
Me too, bud.
Steph helps me with the lyrics.
Pull that mic in,
Um,
Bill. Pull that mic in, man.
Jesse writes
where I
the
got mine.
lyrics.
Wish Fred.
Phil's thrown out some ideas. A lot of the songs we've written, we probably have like, I don't know, maybe like 6 or 7 songs I've written from ideas of stuff we've discussed. Jesse has at least 1 song written. Nothing too crazy, just like some songs basically saying like, fuck you to people that are, talking shit that don't know anything. And then nothing like too political, mostly about just doing stupid shit and drinking and getting high. And I think I have a song called Too High for Golden Corral. Just stupid shit. Better. Just funny stuff. Like we were drinking downstairs playing D&D, and our buddy Trent, he had never been to a strip club, so I think I'm gonna write a song called "Titties in Trent's Face" just for fun. Just to kind of like one of those bands when you see like their songs are just dumb, like they're not really totally meaningless. There's something behind it, but it's just fun.
Yeah.
We don't want to be taken too seriously unless it's one of the songs where we want you to not like it.
You can never have
That's
too many
football.
piss and fart joke songs and stuff like that.
Like Dwarf
You know
Among
about
Midget.
that. That's all you guys write about.
Who?
Not like a tiger.
What do you mean?
Right. All you guys write about is passing gas all the time.
You have us confused with the band called The Firebird.
They look like the same dudes, but those guys are assholes.
Yeah. Tie like a tiger now.
Oh yeah, we love Tight Like a Tiger though.
Yeah, man, I fucking love coming out here, dude. I love fucking hanging out with you,
I
man.
really want to get that Sick the Ripper thing out here sometime.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
dude.
fun.
Can't do it on Saturday.
I know we're at. I don't work Fridays, and I'm off Fridays.
There you
Could
go.
possibly make it happen.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Sick the Ripper. Yep.
Who would you guys want to play with here?
Well, I want to play with fast bands because that's in general what we
If
play.
you could play with the band, or if you had a show here, who would you pick to play with?
Copyrights.
Copyrights?
Yep.
I could probably make that happen.
I believe you could.
Let's
do
make it
that.
happen.
I'd love to see the Copyrights again.
Where are those guys from?
Carbondale, Illinois.
We can make that happen. That's not too far.
Yeah.
Friday night.
Let's see what we could do. We'll figure out a Friday that works best for you and them, and then we'll make it happen. As long as it's out far enough, I know we can make it happen.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm glad we talk about these things live on Facebook. Jesus Christ.
No, but yeah,
Now
What
you
just
have to
happened?
do it.
I would I could reach out to them and find out like, you know,
What their schedule's
what their
like. and
schedule
stuff.
looks like as far as being able to make it through here.
Oh yeah, and you know us. We'll be as accommodating as possible. If they need a place to crash, we have the sunroom on the back. We can. Our daughter just moved out. We can clean that up and get it, ready for them to crash if they want or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
sure, if they were a band that needs money too, I'm sure we could raise some money for that.
Well, and I can help out with that too.
Yeah.
Because that's a show that I would like to see.
Hell yeah.
So
I've been wanting to see
not that I don't want to see the other shows too. But
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, those are the type of situations where bringing in my favorite band, I'll help out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I got the Copyrights tattoo.
Yeah, I know.
With the date that we played with them because it was like a bucket list for me.
Hell yeah.
So when I started the band stuff, I set out for five things. I made a short list of 5 things I wanted to achieve, and that was one of them. So
yeah. That's awesome.
yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool if there was a Target acquired show?
That would be real cool.
Maybe on the same bill. Like
Let's do
Sick
it.
Ripper,
Target acquired,
Target
and
acquired, copyrights.
Well,
Let's do it.
I got this bass player that says he's interested in helping out, but just kind of waiting to see what happens.
So check this out. I was talking to somebody the other day. Where was I? I can't remember what venue I was. I was either at the Mel or I was at what's that place over there? Long Shot.
Long
Was that
shots.
Long Shot? Talking to somebody, and they said that their cousin knows the booking agent of Celine Dion. And I'm thinking,
Dude, we could get Celine Dion in here?
Canadian
My
as
heart-
fuck
My heart will go on at the Riot Room.
right here. I'll run sound. I got it.
That's hilarious.
I have her CD. We'll put it in the fucking CD player. You know what I'm saying? Run a line to the fucking road podcaster and have her mic ready to go.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I actually
every- Thing
my
that I
wife
just
loves
said.
karaoke more than anything, and I bug her every time to actually do My Heart Will Go On, and she did it one time. I finally got her to do it, and it was so awesome.
Missed my spot.
Yeah, you guys.
I was gonna say like everything that I just said though, for real though. Like Celine Dion, like I don't know nobody that's cousins with their like,
Please don't
agent.
come after him, Celine.
And I was leading all
He's
that
fucking
into this right here. Just hit that button. Is it doing it? No, of course not. God damn it, Shep. You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch! You did it.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Simple no.
Well,
No
no,
suffice. Yeah.
That's like where he's like, boy, I'm glad I called that guy.
Thank you.
Just kicking Bill
Steffi
off.
Marlowe coming through with the smokes.
Fix your mic.
No, I got it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Tom's
the
watching.
secret is
I
to
work with
be
Tom. Tom is awesome.
as close
Hi,
to the
Tom.
mic.
He's also our neighbor, our
Yeah.
around the corner neighbor.
You definitely want to be close to it
Okay, here I come.
comfortably.
Here I
So
come.
back to Mikeless Bill. Oh,
Mikeless Bill.
Oh,
sorry, Bill.
From Secret Bill to Mike.
at least he's not a secret anymore.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jesse said he'll learn your target acquired songs for a show here.
Dude, yes.
see, there you go.
That's like a super group.
Now you
like
have to
Target
play that
Acquired
show.
and fucking Jesse. That's a fucking punk rock super group.
I mean, we might as well throw the Piss Boys on there.
Absolutely.
If
That's
I just have to
let's-
force my
let's
brother
do
to play
it.
guitar.
Absolutely.
Coming together.
So Fred and I heard you guys, like before I left, I heard you guys talking about like different projects he's done in the past. He and I actually started a band together for like a very brief moment in time.
Half of the come-alongs were in it.
Yeah, half of the come-alongs, Jason and Derek from the come-alongs. And it was super fun. It was like a little ska project.
And Jesse drumming
And
on
Jesse
bass.
drumming on bass. Jesse's like pinnacle to any project that we do. It wasn't long lived because my brother passed away, and so I didn't want to continue, but it was super fun for a little minute.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been a fun thing if we would have been able to do it.
I have
We
an
had a couple
idea.
practices. It was super fun.
I have this fucking crazy idea. So I'm gonna get my guitar. You got a bass?
I don't have anything anymore.
Okay, I'll get my bass and my bass amp. All right. Scuzzy's gonna be the lead singer.
Mhm.
All right. And then we have a question mark at thrash drummer.
Bill, Secret
Okay.
Bill, Mikeless Bill.
Secret Bill does thrash drumming?
Secret Bill does thrash drumming.
Secret Bill likes death metal, so
Yeah. He can,
Okay.
he can throw it down.
We were talking about
All right,
doing,
all right. Hear me out. Hear me out. All right. Okay. But here's the thing. Every song, every word of every song is sang by every person in the band.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run out of breath.
A fucking
That's
punk rock
fine.
fucking show
That's
choir.
fine,
Yeah.
Bill.
Yeah.
Okay, but I guarantee you one day, once we're fucking nice and fucking, we're fucking like what do they say in that fucking movie? I'm like a stack of flapjacks with like a slice of butter melting on top. You know what I mean? Like you'll be fucking singing every fucking word, Bill.
Every
butter.
But the goal is to have everybody sing every word of
Yeah.
the song.
a fucking punk rock show choir.
Yeah.
Like, how many notes we talking here?
I don't know, but
Like, I only
it's
know
gonna be
two.
fast.
Yeah.
Fast.
We better make Jesse do that too.
We're gonna and every time we come up with a new song, we're gonna send it. We're gonna record it on an iPhone and we're gonna send it to Craig Chaos.
Yeah.
And ask him if this is fast enough.
And he's
And
gonna
until
say
we
no
have it to
every
the
time.
right speed, according to Craig Chaos,
then it's not fast enough.
we will go faster.
We will play 666 beats per minute.
And what's the name of the band?
What's
Greg,
the name
what's
of
the name of the
band?
band?
Idiots and assholes.
Idiots and
and
assholes.
Hey.
I and A.
I love it.
I and
Perfect.
A.
I love it.
And all the songs are complaining about things that don't make any sense.
Yeah. Hey, I'm good at that. I can write about that.
Don't you hate it when they put the front
I'm
door
trying
in
to
the wrong
remember, When
place?
you came to the June 17th show when my brother passed away, was that Party Crashers? I think it was it
I think it was
Party Crash- yeah.
an
the
early,
early
yeah,
Party Crashers. Yeah.
yeah, and then he was set up because we got here late.
Yeah. Yeah, because you were set up in the yard. But I couldn't remember if it was Party Crashers or not, but
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
That was the last Party Crashers.
Yeah. So, okay, so the last Party Crashers was here and the comeback of Party Crashers is
Right
Hell yeah.
after seen Cancer Slug
Yes.
for free
Oh, free.
on not just any Monday, but it was President's Day. Yeah. That fucking deal on your bed
We
mattress
celebrate
is
President's Day like a
here.
month.
Monday, President's Day. Come and get your
you want to
fucking
celebrate
extra large
President's Day,
grande
the right way to come to
motherfucking
the Riot Room.
queen size bed.
Cleveland said you should bring Buccaneer to the Riot Room.
I don't know if we can handle that much ponytail.
Were they like pirate themed?
Yeah.
Like a pirate themed?
It was President's Day though,
It
and
was
it was
President's Day.
free, and it was in Newcastle.
That was the most American show.
Wait till you guys see what we're. Wait till you guys
I
see
enjoyed
what we're
the
doing
fuck
for
out of
Arbor
it, man. I had a
Day.
fucking
yeah.
blast, dude.
I'm glad you did. It was awesome.
We got to cook something real good up for Flag Day.
But I'm run up, fucking
We're bringing
come alongs,
uh,
remote controls.
Yeah.
Who else is on the
But
bill?
that's not for the Arbor Day show.
No, that's like
Who else is on that?
that's March, right?
The run up, the fentanyls.
Fentanyls.
Yeah, the fentanyls.
Fentanyls. Come
Dude,
on.
I shot my shot with sloppy seconds. I definitely messaged them drunk like a year or so ago, and they read it, but they did not.
I
respond.
think that Craig sounds just like BA. If
I
you
think
like
Craig-
zone in when
I
he's
think that
live, I'm not talking about the recordings online, target acquired. I'm saying live, target
I
acquired
could hear
speed
BA.
with him.
It's like if
He sounds like
BA
If
BA.
BA and
Jello
Jello
had a
had a
baby.
baby, that's scummy.
that's a compliment.
I think Scummy has a very Jello sound.
Look at Jesse coming in clutch. I'll just play bass so you guys can have multiple vocalists.
Yeah.
He knows how bad I am.
Hey, Fred, whenever I can get BA on a show, you are having a mic and having a camera in front of on that.
Mhm.
Hell yeah, I'll do it.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
I'll
And then
fucking
he'll
do
say,
it.
"Hey, remember when my wife messaged you a year ago to play in our basement?"
Wait, when's your
should do that.
birthday?
September
Oh, it'll
30th,
be September 30th.
which is also our wedding anniversary.
Yeah, that date. I don't know why it stands out to me. September 30th.
Because it's their wedding anniversary. She just said that.
Mhm.
Dude, you remember that shit. That's not me.
We
I'm
are
not the guy peeking
7th
through the
one.
Riot Room windows, okay?
He was reading our calendar through the fucking kitchen
You know what's
window.
crazy?
Scummy's like, I'm really not
No pun
either.
intended.
It's a joke.
No pun intended. That video that we put out at like 4:30.
Dude, that was so
5
fucking
o'clock.
funny.
Yeah.
That we actually shot that on Tuesday.
That's so funny. And the
but
song was perfect.
has
Like the
been a
musical
journey.
choice was perfect.
for me personally. So
I love the promo videos you
Oh,
do.
they're
Like,
always
they're
so
fucking
good.
hilarious.
The
it's
Your
fun.
mind.
It's fun. That's the whole point.
the one that you
That's why
just did
we're
with
sitting
Nick
here
with the
doing
haircut
this,
was
you
that
know?
for
It's
Jesse
fun.
Riots? Yeah, that one was really good. I loved that.
Oh, that
one.
was so funny.
That was a good one.
I've been waiting so long to sit down and do this with y'all.
I know. We
Well
talked about
over-
this.
Well over a year
I was
Hey,
gonna say
did
it
you
was
see-
it was a year and a half or more.
at least,
Yeah.
man.
Did you see
Yeah.
Tom's comment? Tom said, "I still want to know how the fuck y'all throw a heller show in your basement, and I'm 100 yards away and can't hear a fucking thing." It's all cinder block, Tom. You
Yeah.
can't hear anything by the time you get to the end of the driveway.
Tom will drive by and I'll see him out there when
Just
I'm
wave at
directing
him, "Hi,
traffic, and I'm
Tom."
like, "Come in, Tom."
Some of the dudes at Fred's work will tell him that they're going to come. They haven't come yet, but sometimes they'll tell him they're going to come out.
We're not ready for the old union guys here.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I feel like the old union guys could probably fucking party.
Well, the problem is they'll be showing them how to mosh down there. Tom will run someone over.
Oh yeah. No, it's super fun. Shep, are you gonna do karaoke with me later?
I don't know,
Son of a
man.
bitch.
Oh,
Bill, that means you're
want
in.
to,
I'm
but-
tagging you in. Like as
Uh,
if you had a choice on a Friday night anyways.
okay. Look.
You're welcome, Bill.
You
I'm
do need to
broke.
drag your ass down here, Tom.
I'm broke. I'm not drinking right now. You know, but I am only 40 years old.
Dang.
You only live once.
He's
One
getting
time.
crunk on
real.
water.
Just one
Buffy
time.
said you should come crash my college right in the lunchroom. Dude, that would be so fucking cool.
Try
Do a
all
party
the way to
crashers in the
Muncie.
fucking lunch hall at the college.
I mean, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Yes.
Oh.
Just right at the fucking right in the middle of the cafeteria.
Oh my god. You know what you
Do you
need
have
to
a
do?
podcast from
What?
there?
That'd
You
be
need to
cool.
party crash Denny's.
Yeah.
What the fuck's
Fuck
up,
yeah.
Denny's?
What the fuck's
What the
up,
fuck?
Denny's? Party crashers at fucking Denny's.
You know, like
Fucking
Reenact
Grand
that meme.
Slam,
Reenact the little
bitch.
meme.
Grand Slam, but those nachos, man.
Dude, their nachos. Are
People
pretty
sleep
fucking
on the
fire.
Denny's
People are sleeping
nachos.
on Denny's nachos.
They look
man.
like diarrhea, but they're
But
good.
goddamn, they're good.
Any,
It's no Italian, but
anything
they're pretty
could be a
fucking good.
podcast.
No Italian, but they're pretty fucking good.
you know, anything.
Oh, I know you will, Tom. Tom said I'll put a motherfucker through the wall.
You know, and I feel like you would because Tom is like the sweetest, nicest guy. Like anytime I'm in the driveway, like picking up trash or playing with the kids or whatever, and Tom will like wave at me every time I'm outside. But I feel like Tom is the kind of guy like he's that super sweet guy, but then like if you piss him off,
He's like that dude from SLC Punk, the guy that's like just it looks like the nice normal guy. Then he goes off and like murders everyone, kind of.
I feel like Tom definitely has like a Lou Ferrigno thing.
Which guy did that in SLC
I
Punk?
can't remember
I
his
don't know.
name
What
in the
was his
movie.
name?
Mark? No, Mark was the
Was it? It wasn't Devin Sawa, the guy that
No.
had his
It- what's his
acid
name?
stuck into his
Um,
leg.
the dude from How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, Jason Segal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
love
okay.
him.
I just can't think of his character's name.
but he wears like the polo, like
Yeah.
like he's like the preppy punk boy with the polo shirt.
Beating everyone.
Mike. It's Mike. Buffy said Mike.
Yeah.
Buffy with the come through every time. Damn, I can't believe Chef's gonna sleep on karaoke with me. I put on a show, dog.
I'll go.
I mean, come
God
on, Shep. We're
dang.
all the way out here.
I'm just saying, like, if you ever want to
We-
see the
we can't just
misses,
go for one song.
What are we singing? What are we singing?
You're gonna see AC/DC.
dude,
Hell
I do big
yeah.
balls.
Oh,
Chef's gonna do.
Yeah.
I put on a whole show at karaoke. These boys know.
I think you and Shep should do a duet of Silver Spring.
Oh yeah,
Silver what?
yeah. Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood
baby.
Mac. Yeah, that song's got some pain in it.
Fuck yeah, it does.
Oh,
Dude, I
no.
will straight stand on
Don't
top of
do
the
it,
table
Chef.
and sing Meatloaf though. Like it's a whole production when I do karaoke. I have zero shame. So
hate
I just started
Fleetwood.
bartending at that bar, karaoke
was it
bar,
the
on
Colonial?
the Colonial Tavern on the south side there. We have karaoke every night after 9. My oldest daughter just turned 21, so we went there after we went a couple different places, but we ended up going there. She didn't sing, but we had a good time.
oh yeah, it's always fun.
She's gonna be one of those sits in her seats and sings out loud with the
Mhm.
person singing.
Yeah.
on the microphone, you know.
Well, I was like super nervous to do karaoke for a long time. And after the first time, they finally convinced me to do it. And I was like, this is fucking awesome. And now I love it. And now I have no shame. And I'll just stand on the top of the table and sing a song.
That's what I tell people at the bar all the time. It doesn't matter if
Oh,
you're
no.
good or not. You know, I mean,
It's actually better when you're not.
if you're people who take it seriously can go start a band or something and
Mhm.
sing professionally. You know, karaoke is meant for just not giving a fuck and having
yeah.
a good time.
And I
You
like to be
know?
a hype man too. Like it takes balls to get up and do that. Like whether you can sing or not, like it takes balls to go sing in front of a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And so I try to like, even when it's people that like are missing the mark completely, I'm like, fuck yeah, you're so
you
fucking
hype 'em
good.
up. Yeah,
I love to
absolutely.
be a hype man.
Absolutely.
Jesse says you need to have call-ins because he's
Said my
typing
fingers
too
are getting
much.
tired of texting. He said karaoke at the Marlowe's was so much fun. We did karaoke in the basement for my birthday, and it was so much fun.
We need it.
Karaoke in
it
the
was a
basement
blast, dude.
Hey,
was more wild
don't
than the
you?
shows here on my wife's birthday.
Yeah,
Really?
Her
my
friends.
friend. Like, we broke the stage.
There's
We,
a
like,
hole in the stage.
bitch hole in the stage.
Oh,
Buffy said Steph does a killer Eddie Vedder. That's true.
that was hilarious.
Can't find the buttermilk. It's like he's here.
Someone broke a mic. Like they
Yeah,
went.
somebody broke
I
a
was
mic.
like, we've had like
We fucking
hardcore
wrecked
bands.
shop, and it was just my birthday. It wasn't even a fucking show. Like people were cleaner and more well behaved at the fucking Cancer Slug show, but we fucking wrecked shop on my birthday.
Nice.
Yeah,
Blackout.
the
Bill
best.
did.
The best part about our shows is how respectful everyone is. Because
Mhm.
like I'm not joking. Like today, when I told you I came down to pick up a little bit because I hadn't been down there really since. There was like maybe 3 beer cans on the floor.
Oh yeah, everybody always cleans up after themselves and,
And
like throws their trash
We
away.
went through
and
like how many beer? Like
240, and I think there were like 3 or 4 beer cans left
like
out.
that's like a record. That's got to be
But
a
and
world
I
record.
feel like
All
that
friends.
comes with the territory of like
Well, no, not the 3 on the floor because I drank mine.
I feel like the respect that we put out, we also get back.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And it's fucking awesome. And like, we've never had a shit except for my birthday party. We were wild, but we
Yeah,
trashed
them
the
girls were wild. We had a
Yeah,
lot to
we
pick up
were
for the
wild.
show.
Between
Um,
both your guys' birthday parties.
Oh yeah, Fred's dude. Okay, so Fred's fucking birthday party, the Rocky Horror Picture Show drive-in. So of course, you know,
Apple pie
we have the
fight.
line in the song, "Your apple pie don't taste too nice. You better wise up, Janet Wise." So you know, I'm like making themed foods, and I get like 42 apple pies, and at the end of the night, whatever pies were left, Ryan, Cheshire, and Fred decided to have a fucking apple pie fight, drunk as shit in the garage.
Well, what happened
What had happened
was
I need to know
Ryan
one.
smashed some pie on my face.
and it was
So
the
I picked up
fucking shit
Ryan
show after that.
and I by the pants and his underwear and I shoved it in his ass and slapped it real hard. And then this other guy, he threw an apple pie at me.
Mhm.
And then I somehow pulled off like a Nolan Ryan, like 100-mile-per-hour apple pie, like slammed him in the face so hard. How fast was that? That was
It was quick.
it, like almost knocked him out.
But
And I
needless
was like,
to say,
holy crap.
I was scraping apple pie off this floor with a shovel for like weeks after.
It was
But
bad.
it was super fun.
And like we probably barely got it
But
cleaned up
that's
before
to
the next
say,
show.
like our personal parties, like birthday parties, whatever, we are more messy than like the people that come. Like everybody's so respectful and they throw their shit away and they make sure that shit's put up and they make sure that like all the seats are
Bruh.
pushed in and
Bruh.
Bruh.
Okay, look, let's be real. When people come over and do the podcast and lapel from the luscious loins for their midweek crisis, you know those big gallon, huge, whatever, like 50-gallon trash cans.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 month, 4 shows there in a month, and that fucker is filled with fucking trash from those shows, like beers and bottles, pizza boxes, and
Essential.
yeah,
and I was doing
fucking
it Sundays
podcast
too. I was
essentials.
actually before it was Sundays and Wednesdays. That's why it was so much. But
I'm so glad you're better and that it's back. I missed it. I
Me
missed it so
too.
much.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'm not drinking for a while until I'm like a little less Shep. You know what I'm saying? A little less.
But like when you were sick and we didn't have like I missed it so much. I missed my Wednesday nights fucking tuning in. I'm so happy it's
Missed it
back.
too.
now.
I missed hanging out with
Yeah.
people. I miss sitting around shooting the shit in these microphones. You see, you feel how easy it is just to sit here and hang out.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
just shoot the shit
I
with your friends.
fucking
Yeah.
on some real shit. Like I love just sitting down and hanging out with you too. You know, Bill, you're cool. Craig, you're all right. Whatever. I'm just saying though, y'all know what I'm saying. The fucking Marlows, you guys are fucking awesome people.
Thank you.
You're good people,
Thank
and
you.
it's always fun hanging out with y'all and just shooting the shit,
Oh yeah.
drinking with y'all. You know,
Well, and you
Hanging
stayed
out.
the June 17th show, the night that my brother passed away. Shep stayed for like you stayed for like 2 or 3 hours after the show and just
Yeah.
hung out and like made sure I was okay and just like we swapped stories and because Shep's lost a sibling and so we just sat and like commiserated and he made sure we were okay and just we've always enjoyed your company.
hell yeah.
We always have a great time with
It's
you.
always a good time at the Riot Room. It's hard for me to say the Riot Room because I always want to say the Marlows.
Yeah.
So
We get that
Either
a lot.
or. Yeah.
Like it really only got called the Riot Room because people started asking what the venue was called. And when I was in Riot Division, we just called it the Riot Room. It's just like
So
a
that just kind of stuff.
yeah, there's a lot of
thing.
Riot Rooms too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this one's the coolest.
There's like one in
Yeah.
Baltimore. There's one somewhere
I think there's one like
Illinois or
in Bloomington or something.
Yeah,
Missouri.
yeah. Yeah, there is one in Bloomington.
There
I think.
is one in Bloomington. Yeah, I see that. So
Josh, we have
try to
Riot
find
Room
it.
well, we had Riot Room t-shirts. They're gone now, but we're gonna order some more, so we will get you one. Oh, my mic is muted.
No, it's not.
It says it is. Maybe it's not.
That's the screen.
Okay, I got
Yeah,
you.
your mic.
But
is
yeah,
ran
Josh,
into
we will
this.
get you a Riot Room T-shirt. We're gonna order some more and we'll send you one.
Yeah, I want make sure you get fat boy sizes.
I mean, that's the
Got at
only
least
size
get
I
a
get.
3X.
Critical. Yes, we will. Hi, Kel. Kel said hi, Cleveland.
Oh, yeah,
Speaking of one of
Anyone but
my
this girl.
speaking of one of my compadres that helped me trash my basement on my birthday, that's Kel. She helped me do that.
Kel, aka Smell.
Now Kel's awesome. She's one of my BFFs. Our children are siblings, so we are pretty tight. She was actually I think she was the first one that spilled blood at the Riot Room. She cut the fuck out of her foot at one of the shows, and there was fucking blood everywhere. I think she was like the first blood sacrifice of the
that
Riot
was like
Room.
the only injury here.
Yeah, I think the only one.
yeah,
That's why I have band-aids and gauze and shit in the bathroom now.
The pavers out there, the little concrete pavers. I think she accidentally kicked one or something.
Kel, is that what happened? How did you do it? Was it on the pavers?
Oh man, I'm getting fucking old. Bruh.
But yeah, there was blood she was the first blood sacrifice of the Riot Room. And now I have a whole fucking first aid kit in the bathroom just in case.
Never know when
And that was a wild
one of
night,
your
too.
friends is gonna bleed out here.
You never know. She's the #1 bleeder of the Riot Room.
Well, you have to have some bloodshed.
You
for
have
it
to.
be a true
Is it
vengeance.
even a fucking punk rock show if you don't?
Yeah.
I mean, I do remember when that happened because
She
I
said-
wanted to leave the blood all over
Oh,
the floor. I thought it looked
yeah.
awesome.
She said I was walking down the stairs and I missed one and nicked the edge of the pavers, and it was like bone deep. It was like
Ugh.
It
It
was
was-
brutal. Like
she probably should have gotten stitches, but we just like punk rock bandaged it and called it a day.
and like when I say like I wanted to leave the blood, like there was a lot, wasn't there?
A lot. It was like a whole trail. Just
But my
like,
wife was like, "That's not sanitary."
no, Fred was like, it's punk rock. Let's keep the blood on the floor. And of course, I was like, no. Oh, yeah, we did go to Denny's after.
Did we?
Yeah.
I ate the nachos.
Mhm.
No, Jesse. Jesse said Gigi Allen would approve. Absolutely not.
He would approve.
I think. I think I probably hate Gigi Allen more than anyone in the whole entire world. Not a fan.
There's a bunch of
And
people.
I get like razzed about it by these dudes all the time, but I fucking hate him. Did you hear that, Cleveland? I fucking hate him.
You know who I hate.
Who? Eddie Vedder. You do.
And
Who else?
There's a lot.
There are so
who
many.
do I get you going about?
Oh, David Bowie. Oh my God. Don't even start. That is not podcast friendly. So we often have like these musical debates. It was actually a part of our wedding. So I love all Black Flag, but I am like a huge Henry Rollins fan. I fucking love everything he's ever done. So Rollins Black Flag is my favorite Black Flag. I love Keith, but I prefer Henry. He loves Keith Black Flag. And so we would have this battle where I would put on a Henry Black Flag record and I would go to like take a piss and he'd take it off and put on a Keith record. And so this went on like for the whole beginning of our relationship. And so in our wedding vows,
Still goes on.
oh, yeah, like it was in our wedding vows. Like he talked about Keith and I talked about Henry, and my wedding vows were like a long Henry Rollins quote about love, and like he had Keith in his vows, and we still like had that little battle at our wedding. It's still happening. We still battle it out. Fred Oliver says he loves you.
I love Oliver. Kel's better half.
Kel's better half. He's just at home sucking his own dick.
At karaoke,
He got a little tipsy.
he got a little tipsy. He never did karaoke before, but he made up his own song. He grabbed the mic and was just singing.
Yeah, he
Some
didn't
pretty funny
sing
stuff.
actual songs. He just made his own, and they were fucking
So
hilarious.
fucking my own dick.
Oliver's hilarious. We love him.
He's so funny.
We love you too, Ollie. Jeff Tiger.
He reminds me of some comedian, but I don't know who it is. He kind of reminds me a little bit of
I do
Danny
hate him, Jesse.
McBride's friend in Eastbound and Down.
Oh yeah,
That real funny
he
guy.
does. But I can't remember his name.
I guess.
I don't remember his name though.
That's a
Jesse
good shout.
says, "You can't hate Jesus Christ, Alan. Watch me. Watch me. I hate him." Cleveland said, "Lies. I do. I hate him so much." Steve. His name is Steve. Steve. What are you looking at? Oh,
I was trying to read. Yeah. Trying to read here.
Yeah, I'm just not a Gigi fan. A lot of people are. Just I am not one of them.
Who was your favorite band to play here?
That's hard because I love them all so much. I mean, I think like for me, like Cancer Slug was a really fucking huge deal.
That's everyone's.
So that's kind of like a hands down thing. But it's
All right. Instead
it's
of
too
favorite,
hard
who
to
was
pick,
the
man.
most? What was the band that stuck out?
Again, like that's really fucking hard because I just love like everybody that plays here is so fucking good. I think that
What about those Murder Drum kids?
the Murder Drum kids were fucking awesome. That's
Yeah, they were
another
good.
another young. I think for me it was probably Receipt. Like as far as like the wildest performance, I would probably say like Receipts and Mr. Clinton Pink Cigarettes.
Yeah,
They both put on like a fucking hella stage show.
I loved when the Receipts had that little TV playing that little commercial. And
Yeah, they had like a
stuff, and-
TV set up on the stage and it was like an infomercial for like fishing poles.
Uh-huh.
It was super random and none of it was cohesive or made sense.
What about the next day when we woke up and they had like all those old like cough drops?
Yes. Oh, their first song, they had somebody look up a random word on Wikipedia. And the song that they opened the set with was I don't even remember what the word was at this point, but they
Just
yelled
read
out a
that.
random word and said, look up the Wikipedia. And then he just sang the Wikipedia. And it was, but it was
It was
so
awesome.
good. Like it was spot on. And it was they were very strange, but like in the best way.
Yeah.
Strange is always the best.
Well, and it was awesome because he showed up and he was just wearing like this old like kind of
Goodwill
like just
suit.
Goodwill suit, and he had like the old man hair and
And
like
a briefcase full of CVS receipts.
yeah, but
Uh-huh.
like the best part was by the end of the night he was basically in drag.
I really want to get Grimy in here. I really want to get Wet Denim in here. I've been talking to Matt from Wet Denim to try to get them in here. I've known Matt for a long, long time, but I think they are great.
Yeah, Ruthless Hustle wants
Ruthless
to get
Hustle,
in.
we want to get them in here.
You were talking about Crossfire.
Yeah, I know we're gonna do like a hardcore show because we've done a few hardcore shows, and I think we're gonna do one over the summer.
Best
Try to get Crossfire
performance
in here.
ever.
So
Hey,
good.
was that loud? Best performance you've ever seen in this basement. It's a garage, but it's a basement.
I don't know.
Welcome to the Riot Room in Newcastle,
It's hard
Indiana.
to answer that question because I don't say it to just say it. I mean it when I say like everyone that's played here has been so fucking good.
Five
that
is
it's so hard to-
good here.
Fiber was so good.
Stop.
Tight like a tiger.
They don't even
forget
exist
it.
anymore.
Yeah,
It's
they were
tribute
almost as good as
fiber.
Tight Like a Tiger.
Almost.
Tribute
Yeah, Fiber was almost as good as Tight Like a Tiger.
best performance
Sure, Govs.
Oh,
for Mayans. Oh wait, hold on. I have to wait. Savvy. Best performance. Go.
Best performance?
Fred.
Me?
Best performance.
I don't know.
Bill.
I think I'm going with Pat and the Pissers, man. They were fucking
oh,
awesome.
dude, that show was
Just their whole the
Amazing.
energy from their whole set.
Yeah.
That was the first time I seen them. And
good
I was
night,
just like,
Jesse.
dude, I want to bring these guys back all the time.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
they're
They're
that
great.
good. Just the energy they come out with is like crazy. But then at the same time, like you got the Steves. Every time they play, they just get
It's
better.
spot on.
And it's
every
like,
time.
how? And they just write the catchiest, best songs. Fuck, I was in a band with Tony for years, their drummer. I didn't even know he could fucking play the drums. He said he didn't know until he tried out for him.
and he's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also, Jesse's going to bed. Everyone say good night,
good night,
Jesse.
Jesse.
Hi, Jesse.
Courtney said,
Um,
when's the next show? March 9th.
March 9th.
Yep, March 9th.
Yeah,
You
don't
should
miss that
come,
one. It's gonna
Courtney.
be good.
309.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Courtney, you should
You
come.
I don't know.
I'm be here.
March 9th. Hopefully the weather
Who
stays
was
good, too.
what band would you say, Bill, stuck out for you? The
Oh, dude.
oh fuck, I
Yes.
forgot.
Yeah.
They were so good.
I love the
The
Foley's.
Foley's were
But that's like the
amazing.
Steves now. So you're really saying the Steves.
Yeah.
In a way, it's not necessarily true
Hey,
because it's
Courtney's
not
off
all
that
the same
day.
music,
She's gonna come.
but for all intensive
Okay.
purposes.
Yeah.
porpoises. All intents and purposes. All
Porpoises.
intents and prison.
Yeah.
They were so good and they were so nice.
Oh, dude, they were the nicest dudes. But their
Everyone's
show
the
was-
nicest.
That
here, though.
Brandon
That's-
Maiden, I wouldn't let him take my mother out for a
a
nice
seafood
seafood dinner
dinner.
and ever call her again.
Fucking Brandon. We love Brandon.
Smash your face
He's-
into a
he's-
car
he's been
windshield and
awesome.
then take your
Ever-
mother,
ever since
Dorothy
I
Mantooth, out
first
for a nice
started talking to
seafood
him.
dinner and never
Honestly,
call
all
her
the people
again.
that we've met through this is like, even if they're a perfect stranger, when it starts, like everybody becomes like family. And I mean, like we've just made like the best friends and met the best people doing this.
I mean, just that last show, William James just gave us
That tape?
Yeah.
he gave us
Yeah.
a cassette tape. He gave us a record.
Same.
He gave me some.
He gave me a
DVDs.
fucking basket case, which made me super happy because we fucking love shitty B horror films in this house, and basket case is like one of my favorites. So he brought me basket case, and that made me super happy. Which speaking of William James, like the reason that we don't do like wintertime shows, February is even kind of pushing it for us, but we made the exception for Cancer Slug. We tried to have a wintertime show once, and it was Loser Brat
with
and
Shit Truck.
and it was
And Upland
December.
Tiger
Yeah,
or something like that.
it was December, and it was super shitty outside, and I think we had like 5 people
No one came.
come because it was
And that-
fucking awful outside, and I felt so bad. Which everyone
Hey,
was still super cool.
You
They
know
were
what
like,
though? I did.
Yeah.
I came.
Yep, you did.
I mean, I wasn't here,
but
but I definitely came.
definitely came that day.
We
But I felt really
that was
bad.
when we
that-
decided, like, you know what, like, we don't want to take away from the bands by
Right.
like doing that. So we just try to take off as much of the shitty weather as possible because clearly people don't want to get out, and
which
we don't
even-
want. I mean, it's worse for bands; they have to lug around all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Come here, give their all out, and then like it's like 5 people, including the other bands, and
But
we're like,
even with that
I-
situation,
they had
though,
fun,
like,
but
still that positive energy because we were like super apologetic to all of them. Like, we're so fucking sorry that only 5 people are here and it's shitty out. And they were still like, man, if there was one person down here, like we're still having a fucking great time and we enjoy playing. But just keeping that positive energy, like we've never had anybody be shitty, even when like, you know, that show 5 fucking people showed up.
Yeah.
But we try to take off the shitty weather. now, 'cause
Steffi,
that made me feel really bad.
let me interrupt you real
Yeah.
quick. So before I got sick,
Yes.
okay, so the reason I cracked that joke is because I would have been here.
Oh, absolutely.
And based off of the conversations that we had, I mean, this is just now, right now in this moment, there's like, how many? 5 cameras out. We got 4 mics running. We got a few people out there watching.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all?
mhm.
Thanks for commenting and whatnot. But imagine all this shit was off.
Yeah.
And we're sitting here after a show. What are we talking about? What am I saying over and over again? Maybe I've had the time of my life. Odds are, if you're here, you're gonna have the time of your life.
Mhm.
You know,
We've gotten into some pretty deep conversations too after shows.
and you know, like I said, I need to start coming out to these. I need to start coming out to these, and I'm at a point where, you know, I want to start being at these shows.
Oh fuck yeah,
Yep.
dude!
You know, so
And you know we'd love to have you.
like, keep talking about it. It's time to start going.
Maybe.
I want to start doing the Party Crasher here at least
Mhm.
once a month.
Oh yeah,
You know,
I would love that so much. And I'm so glad we finally got to do Party Crashers.
yeah. Well,
Um,
we, you know, we'll just say live
Oh yeah,
from the Riot Room every time.
yeah.
And then-
I was super excited that we finally got to do it.
Water skim.
Because I know we tried in the summer, and
Yeah,
then
water.
I would love a water.
dude, but even that
Fuck
show,
yeah.
the first time that we attempted Party Crashers, everybody at that show, it was Deadfoot. Who all was it? It was
Those guys
Deadfoot.
are awesome too.
Who was on that bill?
The old
Dylan
breed.
Deadfoot, the
Salazar.
Old Breed, Dylan
Dylan.
Salazar.
Group.
But But that was a really good show too. And we attempted Party Crashers. That was the day that my brother passed away. So, respectfully, Shep shut it down and he just, live streamed from the basement. But that show was fucking super cool too. And just that, again, that sense of family and that positivity, because none of those people had ever met my brother. None of those people had ever met me. I've met, Dylan. I met Dylan. But most of those people didn't even know me. But like everybody dedicated their sets to my brothers or to my brother. Everybody like did a toast in my brother's honor. And like, it really is like as soon as people walk in the door, like even if they're strangers, like everybody's family here. And that's the coolest thing for me.
It's got that Cheers vibe.
Absolutely.
It's community, man.
Yeah.
Community
Oh,
is
yeah.
so important.
Absolutely.
So important.
And that's like when Shep had all the shit going on with his truck, like people really fucking came together and like tried to help him
Hell,
get that
I just
shit
went-
figured out. And
I just went through hell and back.
mhm.
I mean, for sure, at least twice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I fucking.
And I feel
I
like that's
thought I
when you
was
know
done.
you met your people too, is like those people
I
that stick around through that shitty stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I was done,
Oh, yeah.
guys. There's a reason why I could sit here in front of you doing a podcast that I've done just somewhere between 270 and 300 of these fucking things.
Yeah.
And this is since the when did we do the first one? Sunday before Valentine's Day. So that would have been February 11th. I have not drank a single drop of alcohol.
Damn.
And you know why? Because I want to be a little less me. I want to lose some weight. I
That's
want to
awesome though.
take care of myself so my heart
Yeah.
can make it
That's
to
awesome.
where
Oh,
I
You
can
can do it.
see my grandkids go to college. Maybe I need technology to hurry up a little bit here.
Yeah, right. Shit.
But yeah, get off the cereal.
But hey, man,
shit.
you're still here and you're kicking. And
It's a fucking thing. And I want to, I really do want to start doing more and being more like getting out more
oh yeah.
and also spending more time with my fucking friends.
And I think
Where are
when
they?
you go through
Mhm.
something,
Where are they?
Shoo. All around me, baby.
no, but I
all
think when
around
you
me.
go through something like what you just went through, like it is kind of a
I have had
an
a lot of
eye-opener, like,
people
hey,
help
man,
me
like,
out,
oh,
bail
yeah.
me out. I was
yeah.
out of work for months. Shit was fucked.
oh yeah.
So
Well, and when you went through all your truck stuff, I know that we sent something for your truck, and I felt bad because we weren't able to send anything when you were sick. Because that's again when my brother passed away, so we were trying to take care of that financially. But we still tried to check in on you and make sure, because I think that there's a lot of things that you can do to be there for your people, like within whatever parameters you can do it. And I think that's because we'll have our people call and check up on us or send us messages and check up on us. And I think that's when you found your people, when they stick around when things are shitty and not just when they're good.
amen. I'm on an energy thing,
Oh yeah.
like
Well, and I've had a lot of fair weather friends that are like, oh, shit's good and happy, here I am. And then as soon as shit hits the fan, you don't know where they are.
yeah, there was definitely a point because I was out for a long time to where, when I was a freshman in high school, looking at you, Fred, this band put out an album and, the whole fucking album captured is an
What was it?
amazing album. So System of a Down.
Dude, okay. You're fucking speaking my language, because I will get hype as fuck right now.
There's this song called Sugar
Mm.
on this album. And I'd spent so much time by myself and sick as fuck by myself in my room. There were times where I would think about that fucking song.
hmm
Not because I was necessarily losing my mind, but for a brief moment as I'm switching from Zelda to watching a movie or something, I sit in my desolate room.
No lights, no music.
Just sit.
I killed everyone.
Forever.
Dude, System of a Down, you're like speaking my language, dude. Like I
Yeah.
so unapologetically and like I'm not even embarrassed.
What
I
was
fucking
your favorite show
love.
here now?
Oh yeah, I
JS.
forgot fucking when Off Nominal and JS did that fucking System of a Down
That
cover
was
set.
good.
And they fucking
Dude.
nailed it.
They killed it. Yeah.
I was buck wild as fuck on that whole set.
I'm not gonna lie, I had only ever seen JS play drums, and like Christ's Actor's awesome, and like
but like System
when
of a
she
Down is
said
hard
they were
to
gonna
do.
System of a Down, I was like, that's
That's a lofty like
anyone that's a vocalist that's willing to tackle that, you gotta be on it. That's a tough
dude. And
range.
JS had the
And
fucking
I was
chops
just
too.
like,
Like he killed
holy
that shit.
shit!
Yeah.
Like
JS really started as vocals and guitar.
Yeah.
And in a way, because he was very he made a lot of video of him doing drum stuff for a long period of time, like pretty consistently making live stream of him playing drums. And prior to that, I always knew him as a singer,
Huh.
but
Yeah, he killed that whole entire fucking
I'll
set.
tell you right
Yeah, that
now.
was good.
I'll tell you right now, best performance, and I've played 3 shows. I've been here for several more. I wasn't playing. Crisis Actor.
they are bad.
Crisis
I
Actor
forgot really
are
quick before I
fucking
forget.
Amazing live.
Our daughter is watching at work and she is with her client, and so we're shouting out Sam. Sam want a little shout out. Hi Sam.
What's up, Sam?
Hi, Sam.
Hi, Sam.
They're watching us on the big TV.
Oh, nice.
We're famous. Big screen. What's your favorite System of a Down song? Like if you could pick just one from the whole catalog.
It's kind of deep.
You're just
It is. That
Yeah.
is
he's leaving now.
short circuiting.
Okay.
Mine is Sweet Pea, I think. Probably Sweet Pea or let's see. Yeah, probably Sweet Pea, I think.
Spider's final answer.
Yeah, that's a good one. That is a really good one. I think hold on. Is it Sweet Pea? Yeah, Sweet Pea. Definitely Sweet Pea. But their whole everything about like
guys-
the way they sound,
I
the way
like
they
their
play.
stuff. I just
Yeah.
don't listen to them regularly.
And like lyrically,
Same.
it is so like in tune with the way that I feel about things and the way that I feel about politics and the way that I feel about life in general. Like everything about them is perfect. I love them.
Like my favorite band is Cheap Sex. Always love them. I'm always playing them. Steph hates Mike's vocals, but like
I'm not a fan of Mike Virus's vocals, but as a human being, Mike Virus is fucking on the money. Like we could sit down and have like a friendly conversation because we're very in tune like with the way we think. I just don't love his vocals.
I love.
I'm a
Cheap
Paul.
Sex.
Like if it's with the Virus, I'm
Anything
definitely a
with
Paul
Mike in it.
girl.
The Virus, Cheap Sex, Evacuate, everything is good. Like there's not. It's crazy. Like he just gets the best people.
So like, what did we all look like in high school? What did you look like in high school? Fred had hair and he had mohawks. Like he used to have. Fred used to have hair, guys.
I was skinny.
Yeah, he
I
was
wa- I
skinny and
skinny
had
too,
like
man. I was
Yeah.
very skinny.
he had his little plaid.
I came
strappy
out
pants.
June 19th, 1983 at 48 pounds.
I had giant Liberty spikes. I actually made it into my hometown's newspaper because I was like the town freak show.
Nice.
I'm from Alexandria. And so, and Shep knows like living in LaPel and you and Anderson, like super tiny town. You were either like a farmer or a jock. And that was like
That's
the
me,
only two
Ashland,
options.
Ohio.
Yeah. So I was like the punk rock girl and I had these big Liberty spikes. And I was walking down like in our little town square. And this lady comes running out from the newspaper building and she's like, "Can I take your picture?" And I'm like, angsty punk rock kid. I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "I've just never seen anything like you before." And I'm like, "Okay." So I sit down, she takes my picture and she asks me what inspired the hairstyle. So I give her like a 45-minute crash course in punk rock. And I tell her everything she needs to know about punk, the music, the fashion, the activism, like the whole thing. And then she puts my picture in the newspaper and does not include any of that. She captioned it "patriotic hair." and she said that I was trying to be reminiscent of the Statue of Liberty because I was a true American patriot. And I was like, dude, she just ruined every ounce of street cred that I ever fucking had. Like, don't say that shit. It's actually hanging, that newspaper clipping.
I would have argued you were
hanging
trying
upstairs.
to be like a little over the top French, you know?
Yeah, no, she was like, look at this true American patriot who dresses like the Statue of Liberty because she loves America. God bless America. And I'm like, that's not what the fuck I said, lady. That is not what I said. And it was in the newspaper for the fucking world to see. I actually have it. Hold on, let me find it. I was so mad when I read it, and I was like excited to see my picture in the paper until I read that. And I was like, fucking patriotic hair. Are you kidding me? There it is. Patriotic hair.
Nice. Hold up, I'm pulling it up.
Okay, let's see if I can get it.
There you go.
Patriotic hair, because I am a true American.
How old were
patriot.
you then?
I was 17.
And that would have been what, 1964?
Yes, 1964.
So that-
2002.
Was that Herald
That was-
Bulletin then?
That
Do
was
what?
Was that the Herald Bulletin then?
Yes, that was the Herald Bulletin. And I remember like my Liberty spot, and they were so tall. And when I would get in the car in the morning for school, I would have to like bend them down. And then when I would get out, they would like spring load back up. But man, and that's like, I didn't do like some kids did like glue or like egg yolk. I just used hairspray.
Yeah, I just use hairspray.
Yeah. I never
works
did
fine.
like we did have a kid that did like the egg yolk thing, and he had like scrambled egg mohawk. So I just did
Scrambled
hairspray.
egg mohawk.
Yeah.
We had one of my friends. He had mohawk. He just kept putting glue in it every day.
Yeah, Elmer's glue. That was a popular,
Mhm.
that was a
Yeah.
popular thing in high school.
One of my old friends, John Rennick, he spray painted his mohawk black.
With like spray
Yeah.
paint.
Well, that probably helps keep it up.
Yeah.
I think the best hairspray that I ever found for it when I was doing mine, it was called Freeze It, and it was in like a gold can, and it smelled like fucking shit, but it was perfect.
I
It
just
was
used
so
like
good.
the cheap like Aqua Net or some crap.
like White Rain.
Yeah. It works fine.
I
just
never
use
could
in
get that
a
to work.
fucking hairdryer.
I always used Freeze It and a hairdryer, and my fingers were always like burnt at the tips from like because I wanted them to be like perfectly pointy.
Yeah. I didn't have time for that. I was lazy. Mine just always looked like shit.
Fred, did you ever have a tri-hawk or just a bihawk?
Just a bihawk.
Yeah, Fred had a bihawk for a while when he had hair.
I had a mohawk and a faux hawk
I had a mohawk for a long time too.
where I cut off the back of it basically.
I'm growing out
It was
a mohawk
mostly
right
because
now,
I was
actually.
balding. We're gonna keep it real.
Got to keep it where it can grow.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm currently growing out a mohawk, and it's a pain in the fucking ass. But I was growing my hair out, but then when my brother passed away, so my brother was like a jockey boy. He was like a star football player. My mom has a fucking giant plastic tote of just like thousands of fucking newspaper articles and like Letterman's letters and awards and all kinds of shit. He was like a very preppy Abercrombie like jockey boy. And I was like the punk rock, strappy pants, Liberty Spike girl. And my brother, of course, would razz me about it. But if anyone else did, he was like, that's my fucking sister. Don't even fucking think about it. But his favorite haircut that I ever had was my mohawk. So when he passed away, I hadn't had a mohawk in fucking forever. But when he passed away, I shaved my head back into a mohawk for his funeral as my final little
Fuck
like,
yeah.
this is for you, man.
That's fucking
Both
dope.
their
So-
brothers are badasses. Like
Yeah.
you don't want to like fuck around with those
No.
guys.
And they were always like the protectors. Like, and they were both like my other brother was a wrestler and he played baseball and he's like a wrestling coach now. So they
Paul
were
sounds
both
like a drill sergeant. Like
yeah.
he's just gonna get in your ass.
Well, and
like,
they're both Marines, but they were both like the jockey preppy boys, but they were like they could tease me about being a weirdo, but no one else could. They were like, "Oh, I will beat the fuck out of you. That's my sister."
her brother Matt had when he passed away, obviously a lot of videos were coming up and stuff. And someone posted a cage fight video of him. And when I say it was like the shortest fight I'd ever seen,
Oh,
he
dude,
basically just picked the dude up, slammed it down, just punched him like 4 times. Like,
that
dude
was it.
like the dude was out before like he had the 4 punches. It was crazy. I was just like, damn, I'm glad Matt was like always nice to me. 'Cause
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if he could pick me up and slam me because I'm a big dude, but I also don't want to get hit that hard a whole bunch.
Makes Hey, it makes me beg to ask, like, what type of Cheetos did he eat? That's fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, it's nuts.
What kind of Cheetos did Matt eat?
No, the
Matt-
Was he a flaming
exercise
hot?
and
Yeah, he
training
liked
to
the
do
flaming
that
hot.
though.
He was
is-
a flaming hot guy.
hot guy. But like I had forgotten how much it sucks to grow a mohawk out because I haven't had one since high school, and then like I don't regret doing it for the reason that I did it, but also I'm like, God damn it, this fucking sucks. How did I do this in high school like over and over and over? Because it fucking sucks. I'm making a little bit of progress though. Like we've got some progress under there.
Phone's
Oh
going
my
off,
goodness.
girl. You're popular.
Okay, oh, it's Rhett. Hold on.
Dude, we never ate the fucking Italian food.
Oh,
Holy
it's my
shit.
son. He's got workplace drama happening.
Oh.
Sorry.
But it
He's
takes
got-
serious
Yeah, fuck you,
commitment to
Wendy.
get into that ring, you know,
Oh yeah.
and to do that. Like I
He
said,
was
the
good as
Cheetos
fuck at it,
joke
too.
to exaggerate the relevance
Yeah.
of what it really takes to like physically and mentally get in that ring
Oh,
and
yeah.
fucking throw hands and legs and
Dude, and he was but
Shit.
speaking of his legs though, so like Matt so my brother was always like
He's a buff
he
mother.
was a Marine and he like this huge fucking beef, like scary looking until you got to his legs. He had these
Chicken
little tiny fucking chicken legs, and he would do leg day like 7 days a week, all fucking day, and they just never grew. But man, even in the ring, even with those little chicken legs, like he would fucking
He was fast.
so good at. He was very fast. But he was a good ass fucking cage.
If you were gonna
fighter.
take him out, you had to kick one of those little chicken legs.
Yeah, you had to get him in the chicken legs because he talked about one time he was like, I'm just gonna get fucking calf implants. I was like, Matt, don't do that. Because the rest of his legs were still chicken legs. So he would have just had like these skinny little chicken legs and then these giant fucking calves. Like
Then he would have had to get like thigh implants and everything.
But yeah, he was a excellent cage.
He was
fighter.
hilarious too.
Oh yeah, he was the funniest fucking person. One time we visited him. He lived in Wisconsin for a long time. He took a job up there, and we went to visit him one time. And he was like taking us sightseeing, and we went to some museum up there. He lived in Kenosha, and we went to a museum, and we're like, he's getting back in his car, and we're getting back in our car, and he just goes, "Hey, Fred." And Fred turns around, and then Matt's just like dropping it low on the ground, just like twerking and like doing the worm. And everyone in the parking lot's watching him, but he didn't give a fuck. Like
He's like,
he was
"Check
just
it
so
out."
fucking funny. He was like, "Look what I can do." He was the funniest dude in the whole
Oh, yeah,
world.
he was a good guy.
Oh yeah. And like I really do like Shep was my fucking dog that day because he stayed after that show. We were
He was you know, I don't know who the first person here was, but you were here before us, and you were the last one to go. I
well,
think.
and Shep stayed for hours after that show to like make sure that I
first
was
one
good.
in, last one out.
We appreciate that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that kind of stuff. Like I always said, like, you know, we're just lucky with the people we've
Oh, yeah.
surrounded ourselves with. Like, we've always been surrounded with genuine people, and like, you know,
Well,
just
and
lucky.
like that show, we probably should have canceled, but like with everything that had happened that day, it was like the furthest thing from my mind to call these people and cancel the show. I wasn't even thinking about it. So they all showed up, and we weren't even here yet.
Ryan had to.
And
Ryan
so yeah,
Tony.
Ryan Cheshire and Tony called, and they were like, "Hey, you have bands in your parking lot. Like, where are you guys at?" And so we explained to
were
them
like,
what had
"Fuck."
happened, and we were like, "Man, can you guys just like run the show until we get there?" And they did, and they did a great job. Like they got everybody in, they got everybody loaded in, and that's what I mean when I say like community and like people that have your fucking backs, because we weren't even here, and they got everybody set up. They ran the show until we got here. And that's what I mean. Like we have really like found our people with this place for sure.
I have to say, you know, finding that out in that moment when you got there
Yeah.
while we're live, you know, talking to members of Deadfoot,
yeah.
and members of Dylan Salazar.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, for me, man, like my sister Carrie, She passed in 2020. And, just to lose a sibling, a loved one,
Oh yeah.
um, it's heavy.
Oh yeah.
And to lose it on a night that you have bands coming here to do a show
Oh yeah. And I
is
didn't.
like so heavy.
It didn't cross my mind to cancel that show because I wasn't thinking about the Riot Room or the show or
Well, and the
whatever
old
else.
breed is from Toledo.
And the old breed is from Toledo. So I was like, man, as soon as we remembered, like, fuck, we have a show tonight, dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, the old breed just drove like 4 fucking hours to get here. I'm just going to tough it out. And like, cause I'm not going to tell them like, get back in your car and drive home after you drove here for free to play a free show. So we went ahead and did the show, but like, man, everybody was so fucking awesome that night.
Well, and that
Yeah.
whole day was a shit show because originally what had happened was she went to Anderson to celebrate
My nephew's
her nephew's
birthday.
birthday. I helped my buddy Larry. I just got my truck, and he just moved to town and bought a mattress and stuff from Muncie. So I went up there and got that, and then I was going to come back and set everything up. And then when she was done with that, she was going to come here, and then we're going to run the show like normal. And I was on my way back to Newcastle to drop off Larry's bed and stuff when she called, and I was just like, dude, we got to hurry up and just basically just throw this shit in your living room, and I got to run to Anderson.
But it was one of those situations that could have turned out, and this is what I mean, like about how positive everybody is here.
That show
it-
was for your brother.
Oh, absolutely. And it was one of those situations like that could have been very awkward. It could have been very weird for everyone else and like tiptoeing around me and like, but nobody did. Like they made that show for my brother and like for us. And it was fucking incredible. And that's again, just the positivity that this place just seems to radiate all the time. And it's been like it's been such a bright spot for like some of the shittiest fucking times that I've had. And that means like the whole
And,
entire
you know,
world to
like,
me.
They always say like music heals and stuff, and I mean, you got people that are into this scene or whatever, and you could definitely tell it takes care of itself.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know,
Well, I
when,
think-
when something's hurting or whatever, everyone's there for each other. And
100%.
And I think I've always been that person. Like I don't think there's a single situation in my life, whether it's like happy or sad or pissed off or excited or whatever. Like I can relate every single feeling that I've ever had, like to a song or to a band or to music in some way. And I've just always that's how my brain's always worked. Kind of like how you were talking about like the System of a Down thing. Like my brain's always
Oh,
been
yeah.
geared that way.
And it's not like I was losing my mind in that moment.
Right.
It's just like in that moment, like looking around my dimmed room,
Yeah.
I've been sitting,
And I think that's
music
like,
does that.
oh,
you
absolutely.
know?
yeah,
And you can connect the way you feel at any given moment to some sort of music in my brain. Like people that don't, I have a few friends that like aren't into music, like they don't listen to music recreational. I'm like,
So
how?
weird. Yeah. it's
How
so
do you
weird.
do that?
Yeah.
And then, they have their own things, they read books or they do whatever, but I have a couple of friends who just like aren't musically in tune people. I'm like, how do you do that?
yeah, it blows me away when you meet someone. They're like, I don't listen to music. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like,
what the
Or I'm like,
fuck
what's your
is
favorite
that?
band?
Are you
Oh.
really
real?
listen to music?
Not
I'm
even
like, wait a
one
minute,
band.
what?
Like there's not one
Not
song
one
that you just
thing.
click with. Like there's so many songs like, that get you through so many like rough patches, or like just songs like when you're like, this song reminds me of my friends hanging out and having a good time.
Hell
There's so
yeah.
many songs.
Yeah.
Or even like times when I'm super psyched about something and I'll put on like a fucking song that hypes me up and just get super
You'll play
fucking
fucking
pumped.
Epic by Faith No More and the
Oh,
fucking
dude, yes, that's my fucking get hype song, man.
is it?
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, I love Faith No
I love
More.
the Faith No More.
Uh-huh.
if she's getting hype, you're gonna hear Epic.
Hell yeah.
I love everything Mike Patton
Back when I still worked at Domino's, whenever I would need to go fucking fast at like making pizzas, and believe me, I'm fucking fast. I would always, I do this with other songs too in situations, but this song specifically I would play in that moment because it would get me hype. I don't fucking make pizzas anymore, But when apocalyptic
And they need a pizza slinger.
Yeah, apocalyptic horror. I'm sorry, apocalyptic havoc by Goat Horror
Yeah.
comes on. Like I'm
Dude,
like,
Goat Horror- Goat
it's time to
Horror
go
was good.
fucking fast. You know what I
Slinging
mean?
the fucking 15 minutes. Or
Driving
free,
my
baby,
car,
slinging them fucking pizzas.
whatever. You know, sitting in the garage, that fucking song comes on. I'm like,
Oh yeah. Like,
apocalyptic havoc by
if,
Goat
if
Horror.
I'm getting amped and like, trying to like do like shit and get it done fast, it's like Municipal Waste or Iron Reagan or
Mhm.
something like that. Like, just straight to the point.
We love some Municipal Waste in this house. And
Bill,
Secret Bill loves Municipal
yeah,
Waste. as
Bill,
well.
when did you start playing music, man?
I started with a speed metal band in the Army. Took about 10 years off, and then finally got back into it later on. A couple failed projects, and here I am.
Piss Boy Supreme, Billy Boner. That's his stage name for the
Billy
Piss Boys.
Boner.
Billy Boner. And
Trey-
Freddie Piss.
Freddie
Wetty Freddy.
Piss. You got
Freddy.
Treg is Scummy Scuzz. I'm Shipwreck Shep.
I don't have one.
Stuff itself.
No, stop trying to make stuff itself happen. Okay, so it was for one of our Halloween shows, and we were like putting hosted by. So we were trying to come up with like spooky names, and he was like Steph itself, and I was like, what does that mean?
Like death.
And he was like,
itself.
like death itself, Steph itself, and I was like, no one's gonna get that.
Still sounds cool.
So he's still to this day, he'll be like, babe, just Steph itself.
It sounds cool.
I'm gonna change
What are you
my
gonna be, just
Instagram
Steph
handle to
Death?
yes.
Steph infection.
No, absolutely not.
Oh,
like my garbage
you know what?
can kid.
My youngest
infection.
sister, Stephanie. You know what we used to call her when we were kids.
What?
God, I hope she's not watching. And don't nobody go and fucking tell on me.
Don't you tell.
But
Don't do it.
she gonna be mad as fuck that I said this, but you might be mad too. Step on me.
Oh, dude, I got step on me all
Mm.
the time, all the but
Tell her about
But-
your
my maiden name.
Yeah.
Okay, so step on me was the least of my fucking worries though at that point because my maiden, I was so fucking pumped to get married and get the fuck like no
It's
disrespect
bad,
to my
bad.
fucking lineage, but so that's Michaela. So I'll call you back, Michaela.
just hang up. I'll text her.
So my maiden name is Odom. So in middle, so it's probably started around 6th grade. People started calling me Stephanie Scrotum. And I did not know what that meant. I'm like an innocent, 12-year-old girl in 6th grade. And I don't know what that means. So they're like, hey, what's up, Scroats? And I'm just like, hey, I have no idea. So then 7th grade rolls around and they make you watch like the film. And so I find out like what a scrotum is. And I'm like, I've been answering to Stephanie
Tell 'em about your
Ballsack this whole
password.
fucking time.
Stephanie Ballsack.
And like, imagine my surprise when I find out what a scrotum is. And this whole time I've just been like, hey, it's me, Scroats. And then, so our computer logins were our first initial and our last name. So my computer login was Sodom. It was a fucking curse. Like I was so stoked to get married. Like no disrespect, Dad, but I was so fucking ready to get the fuck rid of that name.
What's the worst last name you've ever seen?
Scrotum.
Uh,
The worst last name. I know we've come across some unfortunate
know,
ones. We
that-
have to have.
and there's got to be some cocks out
Hey,
there.
you know what, Cal? Fuck off. She said scroats my goats. That's me.
I mean, there you go. Handcock.
Oh, she's Hamscock.
Hamscock.
Hamscock. Worst last. Yeah, Hancock. That's probably the worst last name that I've come across. Now I know there's some unfortunate ones. There's
Craig?
gotta be.
You ever?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. It was when it comes to last names.
Bill? Nothing?
What? My mind is going blank right now. My buddy Chuck, his Facebook page he never puts his real name, but he always just puts Richard Headley.
Richard Headley.
Old Dick Headley.
Or what about
Dude, he is the best though because
Dick
I've
Henley.
Dick
I've
Headley.
only been friends with this guy through the internet, and I need to go down to
Hey, Cal.
Kentucky and meet this guy because I've been friends with him for years.
Shit,
he's in
next
he's in
step.
punk
That's me.
bands. He sends me like cassette tapes and shit all the time. But I friended him on MySpace back in those days.
Hell yeah, baby.
I was starting a punk band and I was going to call
I
it the
miss
Stillborns.
MySpace.
Who
Well,
does?
he lived in
Hell
Greensburg,
yeah.
Indiana, and he was in a punk band called the Stillborns. That's how we became friends.
Lovely band name,
And,
by the way.
Lovely.
Well, we've just stayed friends on Facebook, and like he's a little older than me, but he does not give a fuck. Like I used to crack up. He has like 5 or 6, maybe even more Facebook pages because one day you'll get on there and his profile picture will just be like, you know how like the girls used to always take the picture in their car like this? It'll be him doing that, but his dick will be out.
Yeah, and then
And
he'll
like
get like
that'll
banned
be
from
his
that
actual
page,
picture,
and so
just
he'll
him
have
and his
to
dick out. He don't
make a
give a
new
fuck.
one.
And like he's just always on there pissing everyone off, and it's so funny. But
Oh, Kel said I tried to buy a car the other day, and the guy's Facebook name was Tony Rimjob. I wonder if he's related to Sky. Sky Rimjob.
but he's in a band called the
Tony
Babyshitters,
Rimjob.
and everyone should check him out.
Yeah, the Babyshitters.
Baby
are really good.
shitters.
Yeah.
Babyshitters
If you like fast, like just crazy stuff, like they're the ones.
Mhm.
Swallows.
It's him. It's more of like it's not like an in-person thing. I think like their vocalist or something is maybe from Australia, and then someone from somewhere else plays guitar. Or no, he plays guitar, and then someone from
It's all just
somewhere else
like an
plays
internet
drums. Like,
collective,
but
but they're very
it's
good.
awesome. They're good,
Yeah,
and
someday,
he's a good dude. Like,
someday, Freddie and I will start our project. We've talked about it for a long time, and then we tried for a little bit before my brother passed away. But one of these days, we'll get our stuff up and running. That's been like a bucket list thing for me, is to be in a band with my husband.
you'd probably be better if you were in a band without me.
Swallows.
Swallows. Yeah. Stephanie Swallows. That would
Yeah,
be
just
very
call 'em.
That is the worst last
Okay,
name
but
I've
now you're
ever
just telling
seen.
your secret.
I actually know somebody with 2 people.
We
with
had
the
a
last name
Swallows
Swallows.
in Alexandria. Now that I think about it, Elliot
Can you
Swallows.
imagine
Oh, is this-
You know,
back
there's
when
good
they used to
opposite
call
as well.
names and not numbers at the
Oh, wait a
license
minute.
branch?
Why did
What
I
if there
not?
was a
Wait a
Peterson?
minute.
Patricia Swallows.
Wait a minute. Time out.
Patricia
Lacey,
Swallows.
is Lacey still? in
Oh,
here?
her
Okay.
cousin.
So I don't even know why this didn't dawn on me. So my cousin, her family's last name, like their legitimate last name, is Boner.
For real.
And so, but listen to we
The
have
names are
we
the
have
best.
Lacey
Sure, it's not
Boner,
pronounced Bonner.
Lacey Boner.
Betty Boner, Phil Boner. These are real, and like in
Phil's
school, like,
awesome.
you know, when the principal comes on the loudspeaker and like they don't want to say Boner, so like Lacey Bonner to the office, and she's like, you know, that's
But
not
they
my
get real
name.
mad.
Like
They're like, "You say Boner."
you say Boner on the loudspeaker.
If
Yeah,
I'm
Boner.
if I have to own the name, you say
You
it right.
yeah, but like they didn't want to say it, like Phil Bonner to the office, please, and he's like, it's fucking Boner, and you know it.
But no one wants to make fun of Phil because Phil will
No,
He'll
yeah,
whoop
Phil,
a ass.
Phil will whoop an ass or two.
Phil's
But yeah, I don't know
fucking-
how I didn't
he's
think of
built
like Lacey Boner, like
he's
that.
built.
Lacey
That's
Boner,
my
Betty Boner.
When I met Phil and I found out he liked suicidal tendencies, I was like,
Oh yeah, Uncle Phil's the best.
that dude's the best.
But yeah, Swallows and Boner, I think.
Worst first
Top
name
contender.
I've ever heard.
Worst first name?
Met him. Like, for sure.
Madam.
Met them.
Met him.
Worst first name? Placenta.
No.
Oh, I believe it, dude. I worked for Life Touch for a long time, and like, so we
Placenta
did
Swallows.
placenta swallows.
There's no.
I worked for Life Touch for a long time, and so I got to see like all the kids' names for their school pictures. And there was a family, their son's name, his first name, we had one named Storm James, like it was one word, Storm James. And then there was another kid named Metallica, but with an H on the end. Like they named their
Wow.
baby Metallica.
Holy fuck.
And
Heavy
Storm
metal.
James, the mom, like explained it. She was like, well, I wanted to name him Storm, and his dad wanted to name him James. So we just named him Storm James. I'm like, shit neck stuff. Yeah.
That's what Michaela always
Michaela
calls
me
stuff.
shit neck stuff. I don't even remember why.
I don't know because it's funny.
Oliver says, hi, it's Oliver. I'm going to come into my own hole. I love you, Oliver.
Yeah, just do it.
Just do it. We love you, Oliver.
Look at all these comments.
Look at these.
I was gonna ask something and I totally forgot what I was gonna ask. Either way, had something to do with what you were saying.
He said,
Oh,
"He's got
yeah.
a nice cock."
Placenta.
Thank you.
I do what I can. I do what I can. Kel said I took the phone from him. God, Oliver is a perfect human being.
He is hilarious.
God, he's the funniest.
Oliver, March 9th.
Yeah, March
Come.
9th, Oliver.
Come alongs.
Come along.
The run up.
Remote controls, run up.
Fentanyls.
It's gonna be
It's gonna
that's
be a
a
rager.
stacked fucking lineup too. It's
I'm gonna be
good
back
ass
here.
lineup.
That is
With
that's
way
a-
less equipment.
Yeah.
The Run Up actually just released a new album, didn't they? Or no,
Yeah.
it was an LP.
The call outs. I think they're calling the show the call out.
Yeah, call out
Yeah,
at
call
the
out
Riot
at
Room.
the Right Room. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm super pumped about that. I'm super excited. We've had them here a couple of times and
Yeah.
it's always been
Yeah.
always
Put
been
on
a
the
great show.
We're lucky enough, like everyone seems to like it here. Like we get, bands that want to return. It seems like all the
yeah.
time, and
I want to
And I
play
feel
a
like
show.
that's when you know like you're doing
everyone's
something
super
right.
cool. Like because like we're regular people. Like if I could afford to pay everybody, I would give them money just for gas to
Oh,
come
yeah.
out here and stuff. But we're always like,
Buy us
we can put a
Italian
donation
food.
bucket out. You sell merch,
Oh yeah.
and like, apparently that's been working. Like,
But
or
I
it's good
feel
enough. Like they know, like it's more about the music than anything
well,
else.
and I feel like that's kind of when you know that you're doing something right. When bands who come and play for free and don't get paid and they spend their own money to get here, like when they message you again and say, like, hey, when can we come back? And I'm like, that makes me feel really good because I'm like, man, that makes me feel like we're doing something right to get people, messaging back and saying, like, fuck, we want to play here again. Like, when can we do it again? And that makes me feel really good about what we do.
Well, there's just so much value to a venue that allows original music.
Oh, absolutely.
You
yeah.
know, I mean, you
Absolutely.
go anywhere for a cover band. It's
Oh,
hard
yeah.
to find. It's hard to find places that will allow original music, especially
yeah.
music in the punk and metal genres.
100%.
It makes it even more difficult.
We've only ever had 2 covers here, and it was the System
When
of a Down
Off
set,
Nominal did their cover
and
set.
then for Halloween we had
Miss
The
Moan.
Miss
Myth
Moans,
Moans
yeah.
do the half Ramones, half Myth.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was super fun.
And
that was a good sing
we
along.
encourage, like, I turned down a lot of like the cover bands because one, I know the kind of music they're gonna play. Everyone here plays the same fucking cover songs. It'd be different if it was like a cover band that was more like Me First and the Gimme Gimmes. They were like, punking it up or like doing their own thing with it. All right, cool. But if you're just a regular cover band, like we can just go anywhere. And
You want to hear
that.
something fucking crazy?
Mhm.
I've never once listened to a First in the Gimme Gimmes.
Really?
What?
Never.
You must.
They're really good.
They're
Like,
so good.
If I don't know, like
Unless
I
it's
like
on
their-
like a tribute type album or something.
Yeah, they're so good. You should.
That's the truth.
But
I've
like
just never listened to him.
you should.
they're
I-
playing. They're
they're
playing in
coming.
It's
Indy, aren't
nothing
they?
Yeah,
against
the
them or
Egyptian
anything. I
room, I
just
think.
never got around to it.
Yeah.
I've never had somebody like
You
put it-
totally should get around to
I
it.
don't think it's.
Yeah, but you've listened
No, I
to
think
enough
it's the
old pop
Egyptian
music
room.
that you would
Yeah.
know all
Yeah,
their
Or the
songs.
National
fuck
Center.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like I grew up on MXPX doing like
Dude, I still fuck with some
Bomb the
MXPX,
First
man.
Drill 16.
They're slowly going the way of the Buffalo. Is
Yeah,
a great
dude,
album.
that album is so
From start to
fucking good,
finish.
dude.
I do like that album.
The final slow dance, that song is my shit.
All right, I'm gonna fucking leave here tonight and go sing a Gimme Gimme in the something or another song.
Like, gimme in the
Like
first song.
karaoke.
Yes. I
I'm
think,
gonna
like-
go karaoke with you, Steph. But
Okay.
I'm telling you right now,
Let's see,
if
what
I
time
don't
is
have
it?
fun,
11:03.
I'm gonna be
What time's the close? We should close this
genuinely
down.
Yeah,
up-
probably.
If
We'll
you're
go do
going
some karaoke.
somewhere.
genuinely upset.
But I think like in closing too, I think something that makes it feel super rewarding too is the fact that we do everything by ourselves. Like we don't have anybody that books for us. We don't have
That
anybody
kitten
that,
on the
like,
wall over there says different.
he says differently.
He
But,
does
like,
most of the work.
we
but-
book all of our own stuff. We answer all of our own messages. Like we don't have anybody that books for us. We don't have anybody that, like we pay the fucking electric bill when it's a
And,
fucking
like,
$1 million after show
it
season.
gets-
Like
a little hectic with the messages because, like, not only do we have the Riot Room page, but like people here, like, oh, it's Fred and Steph Marlowe, then they'll either message me or message her. But then like I will be like, all right, I'm messaging back or whatever. But they message both of us at the same time. So she's messaging back. And then like we're both talking about it, but we don't even know we're talking about the same band.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, I wish they just messaged the Riot Room page so we could just have it all in one spot.
And I know, like,
But-
even with technology, like you can put things in your notepad or whatever, but I find it more helpful to have like a physical calendar that I can like write shit on. So I keep a little day runner with all my stuff. in it.
I bet y'all run a tight ship when it comes to scheduling. But
I kind of head up.
I
that
hope I would
department.
hope, at least from the my experience, that you guys don't overthink it. You just
Yeah, we
I
def-
definitely
we
don't.
definitely try
I
not
let
to.
her
do it.
I ended
yeah.
up letting her take the reins on that
Yeah,
because
I kind of do like the business
was just
end, and
like,
then he covers like
man,
the
I gotta talk to all
flyers
these
and the
people and trying to
promo.
make flyers and stuff and everything. But I let her take over the
Yeah.
talking. She just tells me who's playing.
I'm kind of like the business in the front, and then Fred is the party in the
whatever
back.
y'all's doing, it's working.
Thanks, man. Yeah. And
Like I
thanks for
said the other
having
day,
me,
the
man.
last thing I said before I left here, as soon as the shows we took off, I said, "What you're doing here is that of legendary fucking caliber shit. You're making
That
a
makes me feel
scene
very good.
inside of a town
That
that
didn't have
I
one.
used to have an issue with Greencastle and Newcastle,
all the castles.
because they're castles, and it's like, is that the one by Richmond? Is
Heads will
that
roll.
Heads will
which
fucking
one
roll.
is it? Which one is it? Is it Newcastle or Green? Newcastle has a spot, and it's called the Riot Room.
And it
and
makes me happy
people
to hear stuff
Will
like
come
that, man.
here from miles and miles just to play
Oh yeah.
and to have a fucking great time.
We had some
because,
people come down from Michigan for Cancer Slug, and I thought that was really cool. that they
dude,
came all the
I
way
saw
to my little
Cancer
place.
Slug on President's Day at
At
this
the
house
fucking
show
Riot Room, baby.
for free.
That's the
And-
best part.
That's the
It was
best
for
part.
free.
And I made sure that I stayed free that night.
That was
Yes,
the
you
number
did.
one question that we received.
Is it really
actually
free?
free? And then it was then followed by that a picture of my house. Where is the address?
Yeah, they're
I'd
like, we
say
put the
it's at
address
the
in
house.
Google and it shows a house. I'm like, no, it's inside of that house.
And they're like,
It's at that house.
oh shit, like it's a house show.
But we got that a lot. They were like, is it really free? And we're like, yes, it is really free.
It's just something
Is
we
it
try to do
always
for
free,
everyone. Like,
dude?
hey, maybe we could do that. I don't know. Even if it's just once a year, if we can get someone like like everyone
Like a
likes
bigger-
or looks
yeah.
up to, or if we could pull that off, which I mean, who knows? Maybe that's the biggest band we ever pull. Whatever, it's still cool. But if we could do something like that and pull someone in, so our friends can come hang out and have a good time, and bands are like, oh man, I always wanted to play with them. Even better, like
Oh yeah.
we just want to have fun, and like the bands we book 9 times out of 10, we want to. It's our friends, or we just want to see them anyhow. So
yeah.
it's like fuck, like we get to do this and just have fun at our house, and invite our friends over and have fun with us. Like it's like no different than like, hey, let's all go like to the movies, or let's all go to the skate park. You're just going with
Except
buddies
for
to
we're
have
like
fun.
supporting the music scene instead, and it's
Yeah.
super awesome. And like I feel really good when we get people. Like we had a guy come for the first time at the Cancer Slug show, and as he was leaving, he like came up and shook my hand, and he was like, "Man, this is the fucking coolest place." He's like, "This is my new favorite fucking venue. Like I'm absolutely gonna come back." And then he found Fred on Facebook and was messaging him, and I think he's planning on coming.
His name
I can't-
Jason Collins,
Yeah.
maybe?
No, the one that's like Molly Llama. I can't remember his real name.
Oh yeah, Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan. But
Fuck,
like
he called me
getting-
at work yesterday.
Yeah. But like getting compliments like that like makes me feel like we're doing something good, and it makes
Yeah.
me
Yeah, he said his exact words. He called me at work. He's like, man, I just want to let you know I have some friends I'm gonna bring to the next show you got, and just you guys are fucking doing it. Like it's awesome. It's my new favorite venue. Like you guys are killing it. Just keep spreading the word, and like doing what you guys are doing, because I mean, I could tell from the crowd you had there, like everyone's into it. And I was like, oh, thanks, man. Like,
Oh yeah.
and like, I don't even know. I
It's always
met
a
him
great
that one
turnout.
time. He called me on Facebook and I answered it. And it's just nice to hear that, like, you guys are doing
yeah.
something cool. And like, and, knowing that it just means something to someone else.
And we're trying to really like enjoy it while it lasts and do it big while it lasts, because eventually, like we have younger kids and they're going to get older and they're going to want to do things and have sports and do, we won't be able to do it forever. So we're trying to really, really do it while we can.
Yeah.
And at least until we force them into starting their own band.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's the way around the Riot Room being no more, is just force them into a cool band and then we just keep it going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so high right now. Or
Yeah.
play, yes.
All right.
Trojan Baseball Diamond.
New venue,
presents the
Trojan
Riot
Baseball
Room.
Diamond.
Yeah.
We're probably going to get shut down.
Yeah, public space. We can do what we want.
This place is gonna live forever.
Yes.
I hope
And
so.
even
You guys
long
will be
after it
booking
doesn't, I
shows
hope that it
here
does.
every other Saturday.
I hope
for
so. Like, we have a lot of fun doing it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
there's not a lot of work into it
2073.
for us, anyways.
Bill, you better quit yawning. We have
Picking up a
karaoke,
little bit
my
of trash
dog.
here and there, which most of it's
Yeah,
picked up
that's
for
true.
us. And like, I don't know. I feel like as long as we have friends that are into it and
Oh, yeah.
we're all doing it and having a
As
good
long as
time,
people want to come, we'll keep doing it.
good times keep happening.
You guys
we're
are
down for it.
so fucking humble.
Thanks, man.
Makes me
I
wanna
just feel like
puke.
we're just
You
like
guys
doing
literally
regular
put on
fucking
killer
people.
fucking shows here. It is fucking badass.
Thanks,
I
man.
I cannot wait to fucking come back and fucking play.
I know. Fucking.
Yeah, we need
So
to-
many
we need to
amazing
get you in
memories
here,
in
man.
this fucking garage right here.
What was it? The last time we went up to maybe not the last time, but one of the times we went up to the mill. That's what Greg said. Greg came up and he was like, "Oh shit, I know you guys. You guys do that Riot Room stuff."
Is that when he like tripped over the wire and tossed you into the
Yeah.
amp?
Yeah, he got caught on like something and like he tackled me onto
He
the
was
floor.
like smack on top of Fred.
But he was like, "You guys are awesome." He's like, "I got one question though. How do you get the same bands we get?" I'm like, "I don't know. They just want to play here. Like, we just want to have fun. They just want to have fun, and it just works out."
Hell yeah.
But like, I don't know. We love the Mel. Like I said, like when we're free, a lot of times we want to go over to Indy. Like we always like, I don't know. A lot of times it seems like if we go over that way, we'll go watch your friend's burlesque troupe.
Yeah, like
or
we'll go see the Rocket Dolls at the White Rabbit
Yeah,
or
and
stopping at the mill.
we'll try to
and
stop
we
at
don't-
the
Do the
Mel.
White Rabbit.
Oh, dude, it's awesome.
I've
We
been there.
fucking love it there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Rocket
and we
Dolls are
don't-
fucking so awesome.
And I don't ever want people to think that like, everybody comes here and supports us and that we aren't like supportive of things happening in other places. But like with the little kids, we don't get to
We're
get
just
out a whole
busy.
lot.
Yeah.
But when we do
all
have
got
those
kids.
little free moments, we do try to like,
like we get 2 days a month.
Yeah. And we may
do
only get to
something,
do it like
and
once
we're-
a year,
like,
but we still try to
we're like,
venture out when we
"Man."
can.
I had to wait till
We-
my kids really got to a certain age before I got into the punk music
Oh,
stuff. You know,
Yeah.
because when they're young, they need
Oh,
too much
yeah.
attention.
You can't do anything about it. You're
Right.
you're stuck there. And we're lucky enough. My mother-in-law, she's the saint. Like she had to work and she was like, "You know what? I'll still take the boys on Monday."
So you guys can have
And
cancer slug.
her husband is retired. She's like, "We'll just bring him back the next day." And I was like, "Man, that's so awesome."
She needs to go on the Riot Room contributor wall. She needs
Oh,
like
yeah.
her own.
Your mom needs to be on everyone's wall. Your
Yeah.
mom's a saint.
She is. She's a perfect human being. But yeah, she like, so I would say like Buffy kind of started the whole thing. Like there wouldn't be a Riot Room without
Oh yeah,
Buffy.
Buffy.
And
But
yeah.
also
Mama
Mama
Sheen,
Sheena.
Mama Sheen keeps the baby so we could do it.
And she's like destined to somehow be related. Like her name's Sheena. Like she's destined to be
punk
a
rocker.
punk rocker. She's the coolest.
No, her mom is the absolute best. We don't have the kids. It's our Phoenix's 4th birthday tomorrow, but she's also gonna keep them so I could take her out. We're gonna go on a date,
Nice.
and
We're gonna go see Lisa Frankenstein.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
and then who knows what we'll get into after
Yeah,
that.
we might do. Is there like, are there any cool shows?
He's
tomorrow
working.
in
He's
here?
working. You said they have karaoke.
Oh yeah, maybe we'll come up to the fucking
Maybe we'll come
Colonial.
see you.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Let's do that. That's the plan. We're making it right now.
And while you're in town,
Yeah.
I'll be there.
hit up the button guy if you need any buttons.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Billy.
You know what? We do
I've
need
got some of
Bill.
those buttons. That's quality shit, man.
We need some piss boy buttons.
Yeah. We need to hit up the button guy for some Piss Boys buttons. Absolutely.
No one can make it piss you about.
Well,
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Hell
well-
yeah, y'all. We
let's-
did it.
Let's
We
take a
did
fork in
it.
this.
We
Let's take a
fucking
fork in
did it.
this. Marlo, thanks for having us over. This has been a lot of fun.
Oh, thanks for
Oh.
coming over. Thanks for
You guys
having
are
us.
awesome.
More than welcome.
You guys are awesome.
we
Keep
had a
doing,
blast.
keep doing what you're doing with the Riot
Thanks
Room.
for having
Thanks,
us.
guys.
It was everything I hoped it would be. I love you guys so much.
We love you
are
too.
man.
so awesome, and I hope that tons of people will see this and be like,
Yes.
"Damn it, I want to play the Riot Room."
Hell yeah.
I hope so.
Because every time
Yeah.
it's a good time.
But hit up the Riot Room page.
Yes.
Not these guys individually. Hit
Yeah,
up the
if
Riot
you, if
Room
you
I'll
hit me
still
up,
answer.
I'm just going to forward it
He's
straight
gonna
to my
give it
wife.
to me.
Hit Fred, hit Fred Marlowe.
Yeah.
What
was
did
gonna say this is for my wife.
Up off the low, Mike Jones.
What?
281-330-8004.
867-5309. Oh, he's doing Paul Wall. I'm on a
No,
different.
no.
Yeah.
He's
Who
doing
is
Mike
it?
Jones.
Or Mike
It's
Jones.
Mike
Yeah, Mike
Jones,
Jones.
yeah.
Not Paul Wall. Mike Jones.
Anyways, get to a show. They've got one coming up Saturday, March 9th.
March
Run up
9th.
the come alongs, fentanyl,
Fentanyls.
and the Steves.
Yes.
Nope.
No, not
Remote
Steve.
controls.
Remote control.
My bad. Thank you. Fucking forgot. But fuck yeah, this has been dope.
I know. I'm so glad we got
Such
to
a great
do it finally.
experience. And anytime you ever want to do another one of these
Hell yeah.
again, the energy in here is fucking great.
We
We're
are
always down. I mean,
man.
Fuck yeah. Maybe sometime you'll
yeah.
come out on a Wednesday and do a midweek crisis.
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
Well, Fred's first shift now, so we can actually do.
And Bill,
shit.
I'll have a mic for you.
Yeah. Oh,
It
he'll
won't
be.
be here either.
I forgot.
We'll
Bill
be in
will be. at
lapel.
Bill
work.
be sleeping.
But yeah, we could totally do a Wednesday now since Fred's.
Yeah, I can do it Wednesday, or
first
Saturday,
shifter.
or whatever.
All right,
It's not
y'all.
as cool as Party Crashers, though.
Hey, thanks to everybody.
Yeah. Thank
Sure.
you guys.
Treat.
Yeah, there won't be no Craig, but hell yeah.
Bye.
We'll see you Sunday for your weekend wrap up, eh?
That's
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah. So I guess
Who you having on that show?
it's a doctor and author, Sarah Raitkin.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. There's a conference going down at the Canadian Center on
Oh, goodness.
it's Wednesday, March 13th, I'm pretty sure. It's Happiness in the Homeland Conference. I think it's $20 a ticket. You can, if you go to the Chop Liver page, you can find the link for that event there.
Oh yeah.
So that's going down Sunday.
Nice.
I'm glad I was
Well,
able
tune
to
in.
remember all those
Yes, we will.
details. It's been so much fucking fun.
Yes, a fucking blast.
I just don't want this podcast to end.
Fuck
You
it.
know what?
Hit the in button.
You know what?
Coming like I'm out.
We're
He
about
just
to
flipped
go
the
do
table.
karaoke.
Yes.
Don't be surprised if there's some live feeds going
Hell
down.
yeah. Doggy.
Shit.
Ow, ow.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, stealing volume.